Glorious Friday to everybody. Thank God it is Friday. It's been a long week. Oh, why is that popping up? Hold on. Okay, yep. Hey, Tenwin, welcome, welcome. Let's just dive right back in. I don't even remember where we were. As the stream title can kind of suggest. Thursday was long. All of Wednesday was long. Oh, right. We had just finished up with, Right. Okay, we had just finished up with that. Which means... Was there anything else in here that I was looking to do in this town? No, for both of those. Saints, War Battlefield, Durance, Cade Nua, Explore the Endless Pass, Adra Arch. Okay, I think what I will do, now that we're done with this town, is I'm going to drop Sagani off and grab the Grieving Mother again. Let's see here.
Farewell.
Go ahead and grab that. Gain awards for subscribing, which is weird. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why that would... I got a similar message that was talking about creating rewards for stuff like that, and I was like, wait a second, the heck is this? Is there anything I need to sell to this person? Oh, we've got a whole bunch of those we can drop off. Oh yeah, we don't need nearly that many light armors. We'll keep the rest of those in case we need them. Didn't I just find a trap that I could sell? Because I'm not going to use them. Ah, there it is. There we go. Get me another 2,000. Oh, okay. We got another event pop up. Yep, White Wreath. Venturing into the depths of White Wreath Hall, Heravius discovered that while the foundations of the well were made of living Adra, the source of the sound were wicks that had been dropped into the well by their mothers. Dear God, that's depressing. In total, a dozen women from White Wreath and the surrounding woods had dropped their children into the well after they learned that they would turn into wicks. Most had died, but many survived the fall, living on small rodents and other critters that wandered the ruined Engwithan tunnels under the well. Heravius was forced to fight the aggressive wicks, but eventually emerged and told the village what had transpired. Some of the mothers confessed to what they had done immediately. Others fled the village. In the end, no one had the desire to punish anyone for what had happened. Morning, Darkstar. Welcome, welcome. And what did we get out of here? We have a cape made out of a swaddling sheet. Oh, dear God. Overwhelming wave when hit by a crit. And it's a foe target. Okay, that's good. Once per encounter. And recall agony. 30% of all damage reapplied over 12 seconds. Once per rest. That is a very horrifying item. This dingy stained cloak was once used as a large swaddling sheet for an unfortunate Hollowborn child that was dropped into the White Wreath village well. As it sat at the bottom of the well along the foundations of living Adra and a clan of wicks, it acquired strange powers. Yeah, that's one way to put it. We handled both of those, didn't we? Yeah, I can remember talking to both of those people. And I don't think anybody else... Yep, that's still going at 3 hours, so that'll be after the... Ah, okay. Alright, so we should be... Well, we may as well rest here while we've got the chance. Nah, we're good. We're fine. We're fine. Alright, speed it up. Also... Oh, no. Good. Okay, it's got everybody where I want them. Oh, I do? Shit. Nah, you right. Yeah, and that's intellect and resolve minus that. Yeah, that we got to get that looked at. We need to get that looked at.
Greetings.
Might and Constitution, Dexterity, Might and Constitution, damage against beasts. We'll go with the Might, Constitution, and Intellect. That's a pretty good bonus, all things considered. Yeah, just sleep off that concussion. There we go. Bright Hollow construction complete. Nothing else there. Oh, why do I always do that? Oh, what else do we have? Got all that done. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and wrap up these short ones. Go ahead and finish the lab. It occurs to me, do I have a ranged weapon on her? I do. She's got an arbalest right now. I'm gonna go ahead and give her the forgiveness as a backup. Wait, is that better? No. Oh, hold on. No, oh, it's comparing it to the dagger. I'm an idiot. No, 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 that's a good backup for her. That's a good backup for her arranged. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, I do believe that's it as far as we are finally finished with Deerfield. Oh wait, actually, I wanted to check if the girl is over here, if she went to the temple, if her and the priest might have new dialogue. Just in case. Alright. Let's see what we got here. A lot of forgiveness considering her view on things. Oh no, no, nothing here. I guess the daughter, the niece, daughter, whatever, just made off. Which, to be fair, is probably for the best. I wouldn't want to stay here around anybody that had been dealing with this shit either. Fucking disturbing questline. How do you manage to make the Skane cultists look somewhat sympathetic, at least until you realize their plan is completely bonkers? Alright, everybody's ready to go. Can't go directly there. Just told that they could help her. It's very possible that maybe send her with a caravan. Yeah, that would make sense. To a cloister, or quite frankly to somebody. There's probably, if they have a sanitarium in Brackenbury, I imagine Defiance Bay has something for that kind of stuff. Yeah, crossing into the north, that's what I figured. We completely explored this. Yep. Yep. Which means just heading north. There we go. Kliban Rio. Oh, shoot. I just realized, though, I wanted Haravius here because it's going to be an Engwithan ruin. Fuck. Ugh. No, I guess we'll take the Grieving Mother for right now. We'll save Haravius' stuff for when we go over to Twin Elms, because I imagine he'll have a lot to say when we're in actual Glenfathan territory.
Okay. This is the place. My big brother's last battle. I wish I could tell you what we're looking for.
Ader scans the lush landscape before you in all directions as he presses his lips together.
Anything from that battle, I guess. Whatever 15 years of rain has him buried. You see my brother's ghost, you give me a holler, all right?
He winks and looks at you. All right.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Not much here.
Well, we'll find something, I'm sure. Luckily, you've got a person who can connect to fragments of souls, Ader, so hopefully we'll find something.
Too recent.
Oh, hello. Orland's Bramble Ring. 25 defense against hobbled, stuck, paralyzed, and 3 damage reduction to pierce, which is one of the most common damage types. And do you know how his brother would look? Well, to be fair, most of the time we don't even see the person when it comes to souls. We just kind of see a nebulous ball of energy, and then we get a feel for who it is. Grab that.
Laying low.
No, nothing over here. Let's follow the water. Oh. Oh, shit. A man stands before you. His face is smeared with green and ochre dyes. Hides and furs cover his body, and he holds a spear in one hand.
Hail, Estramor.
He bears teeth that have been filed to point. Back to your village, Estramor. You are lucky Three-Tusk Stelga hunts other quarry today. Funny you should ask. I'm actually looking for a group of people who may have already entered your ruins. So are we. He runs his thumb over the smooth wood of his spear. That is why we wait here, Estramor, and that is why I've decided to let you live in peace. Filing teeth down to fine points, but why? I mean, aside from giving themselves a more barbaric / intimidating appearance, It's possible he's a druid, and thus that's related to whatever animal form he takes. I could see that possibly having a thing. It does seem kind of obvious that Haravius' mentality has been slightly affected by the time he spends in Stilgar form. These individuals are my enemies as well. If you would let me, I could bring them out for you. He laughs. And allow even more Estremor to trample the sacred ground. Certainly not. Ah, I see the famed mathematical aptitudes of the Glenfathans were not overestimated. Okay, you see, Aloth, you don't do yourself any favors when you try to piss people off just as much as Isilmir does. So maybe can it for right now, okay? Then what will you do? We will wait. If they are inside, they will have to come out. And when they do, he slides his fingertip along the point of his spear and shows you a single drop of blood. What do you know about Cleoban Rilag? I swear if you do... No. Aloth is a Diran. He doesn't need casual racism. He has competitive classism. It's like the Romans. Romans didn't give a damn what color your skin was. They cared whether you were Roman or not. If you weren't Roman, you were automatically D tier. If you were Roman, you were automatically S tier. There was only a handful of things that were in between. Fine. Do you know anything about these ruins, these Cleoban Rilag? Sacred place of the builders. Neither your feet nor ours shall sully its stones. The grasses, however, he grins and hefts his spear. I will gladly water with your blood. Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm just making a joke that Aedir, at least, has been far more classist than he has racist, so I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Doubt on that one. Three-tusk Stilgar, then. His snarling grin widens. Have the farmers grown too fearful to even mention our name? We are the fiercest of the 6 tribes of Erglanfath, guardians of this monument. Builders, is that your competitive class? Yes, Darkstar, exactly. It's a common meme in the 40k community I've seen where it's like, what is it? It's like most species in 40k, casual racism, the Imperium is competitive racism, the Eldar are professional racism. Yeah. Builders. I'm assuming that's your people's word for the Glenfath, or for the Engwithans. Yeah, too many ek sounds. He makes an exasperated clicking noise with his tongue. They are known by other names in the heathen tongues of farm folk. They are the ancients who built this place and more like it. And we of the 6 tribes guard their legacy. Fine, I'll be going. Alright, so they don't want me approaching on that side. There's gotta be... I really don't want to have to kill a bunch of these guys to get in, so there's gotta be another entryway. I mean, I have a feeling that if we...
No, never mind.
Okay, Aedir, please don't just come up with stuff. It's bad enough we don't have a damn clue.
I guess they cleaned up real good after the battle. This is embarrassing.
It'll be fine, Aedir. We'll find something. Don't worry. Also, is it weird that for some reason I always assumed Aedir was the older brother?
Can't guard that place forever.
Oh, great. Looters. Let me guess. Oh, we'll help
These
you guys
ruins
get
are
it.
claimed, friend. On your way.
No need to get riled, boys. We're just passing by.
Look at his talisman, Pag. Eothasian.
How about that? A godless sack of shit. We got a blazing corpse worshiper on our hands.
Worshipper, I didn't realize the God Emperor was involved in this.
Actually, they never found the body.
Aedir fumes a bit. He opens his mouth to say something, then closes it, and quickly replaces his frown with a polite smile. Well, to be fair, in Act 1 I can get it, because everyone in Gilded Vale has probably already given Aedir this speech over the years, and nobody bothered. In Defiance Bay, nobody gave a shit because Aedir just looks like your standard country boy. Although I am surprised that the Dozens didn't take offense to him, given their proclivities.
Only reason for the legacy is because the Duke doesn't got the guts to see you all slaughtered. The gods want you dead. Me and Pag, though, we done our part during the purges, didn't we, Pag?
Seamstresses?
Make your cracks now. Got no god or homeland to avenge you. By Magrin, this'll be short work.
I like the diplomatic option, but this is a really good line. Doesn't stick problem with him or your entire group because you weren't... Well, to be fair, we did actively go against their interests pretty much right from the get-go, so not surprised. The only one we really helped was the one dude who was the former Crucible Knight because he had a legitimate, like, complaint. Like, that armor was mine before I became a knight, so they have no right to keep it, kind of thing. Like, I want to pick Diplomat to keep my diplomacy option stat high, but this line goes hard and I like it. Do you always swear by the gods when you do the devil's work?
Doesn't matter who it was for anyway. Country's better for the purges. Maybe we start a new purge right here.
Is it literally just the two of you? Like really? No, Adir, go over here. Go over here and attack him. Grieving Mother, if you'd be so kind, go ahead and blind him. I will go ahead and cast a spell on him. Aloth, shoot him. Durance, shoot him. Durance White? Fine, just shoot him. Adir, what are you doing? Whatever. Switch back over to the pike so I can attack from rear. There we go. Oh, we charmed him. There we go. There we go. Everybody gang up on this asshole. Really love how these guys thought that they could 2v6 our entire team.
That was short work.
Yeah, that was correct, Adir. They actually had some decent equipment for random hobos on the street. Anything secret in their camp? Nope. There is some stuff here. Hello. A tip of a small metal object protrudes from a mound of watery river silt. With both hands, you and Adir begin digging in the mud until the object is dislodged. You close your hand around it and pull it from the wet earth. The object is a steel, semicircular frame about the size of your fist. At even points around the semicircle, jagged points jut out like the tongues of flame and rays of a rising sun. At the sun's center is the carved silhouette of a Vorlus
I've
plant.
seen these before. They top the standards of Raid Ceres. Or did when Weidman was alive. Well, it's something. Just not sure what it gets me.
He takes it from you and looks it over, flipping it over and over in his hand. My Cypheric abilities make me good with objects. Hand it over. I might be able to glean something from it. He shrugs. I mean, it's a thought. A lot of people would have touched this. Standard bears a position of honor in most places, but the Red Sarens actually took to fighting for it, what I heard. Serious bunch. It's not a lot to hang hopes on, but hey, we were lucky to find anything at all. He passes the trinket over to you. Well, let's see what you can see. Better not make anything up, or you'll wake one morning with snakes in your bedroll. You take the steel sun in one hand and clasp Adir's hand with the other, ignoring his uncertain glance. You close your eyes and concentrate. The sun is bright in your mind's eye, warm with the pulse of collected experience, the noise with the thoughts of the past, battle, faith, home. You drift from voice to voice, thought to thought. Adir's soul a vibrant signature with which to locate his brother. One voice stands out amidst the din, brassy and earnest, a shade brighter than Adir's, but unmistakably of the same construction. You have no image of its owner, but his journey is imprinted within the points and curves of the steel sun, and in your mind it opens before you as a path stretching both southwards to Gilded Vale and northward over the uneven terrain that joins the Deerwood to Red Ceres. Opens before you as a path stretching both southward to Gilded Vale and northward. I feel like those descriptions got flipped around because from where we're standing right now, Gilded Vale is almost due... Hold on, thinking on the map. It's almost due straight west. And the only way you'd be coming at Gilded Vale from the south is... the only way southward to Gilded Vale would be to come from the ruins that we came from. So that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. You trace the path back to its origin, far back as you can find, gliding over plain and hillside to a one-room home in the Gilded Vale with a thatched roof and a dirt floor. The path is faint here, its distance and time rendering images blurry and details scarce. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's still weird. The description doesn't quite fit my mental image of how the world map works. From Gilded Vale, it follows a road toward the Modmer Bridge, reaching the gates of Defiance Bay before diverting abruptly, cutting northward in a beeline for Red Sarah. So, see, what? Cutting northward in a line for Red... I thought Red Saris was to the south. The path leads to a Red Saren city, regal and austere in the austere imperial style. Winds through the streets and climbs a grand set of stairs into a stately building, passing through pointed archways into what appears to be a throne room. Upon the throne sits a man whose head is pure blinding light, and its gaze turns to you. The light drowns out all else. Its voice carries the force of thunder, but its words are impossible to make out in the imprint, echoes of echoes. The voice and light fade, and the path bends backwards, carrying you along to a barracks, then back southward, marching into Deerwood and skirmishing along the way. Upon one battlefield, the imprint is vivid, and you see a Red Saren standard topped with a steel sun clutched in the hands of a fallen soldier. Oh, Red Saris is to the north. Oh, I was completely in the wrong on my assumptions then. You see a young man in Red Saren armor with Ader's same straw-colored hair race towards the standard and lift it up, the path you've been following clear to see beneath his feet, and as his hands brush the steel tip, you can hear his thoughts racing in a blur, and they are of his god and his country, and a brother that he hopes is far away from this place. In an instant, your thoughts are gone. The thoughts are gone as well as the man, and the standard is passed to another soldier. You pick up the path again as it meanders south and disintegrates in the shadow of Cleoban Rilag. You open your eyes.
Anything? Looked like you were working real hard there.
Your brother got as far as Defiance Bay, before he doubled back and went to Red Saris instead. He met Widewind there, and he enlisted in his army.
What'd he talk about with Widewind?
Widewind's head was a beam of light.
I figured that. Woden and me had heard enough stories from his uprising to know it wasn't just some tall tale. Doesn't mean he was Aethys. It could have been some wizard's trick. It's what they talked about that's important. What'd they say?
I'm afraid I don't know.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Widewind? Why'd my brother fight for Raed Saris?
Adir, I wish I had something better to tell you, but the vision didn't show me what he said. It just showed me that he talked to him.
I guess that's it.
Adir's mouth hangs open, his eyes slightly glazed, his forehead creased between his eyebrows. He rakes his teeth over his lower lip, and speaks in a voice that is barely above a whisper. Okay. Here's hoping that when we get Avowed, they finally create a world map that I can check and actually have a good idea of where all this shit is. We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will. What would we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. Soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. Whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
We can go now. I've seen what I needed to see. I'm sorry, Adir, but we'll figure something out, I'm sure. Oh dear. Taxes collected. 581 CP. Okay, that's not bad. That at least covers the cost of our mercenaries. Oh, hello.
Keeping quiet.
A broken bridge lies before you. Most of it appears to have crumbled into the river centuries ago, leaving two jagged ledges on either side of the water. You see a yawning passage into the mountain on the other side. You may be able to jump this gap. Spraining a wrist in the process. God damn it. Why does it keep using my stats for this? I thought the whole point of having multiple people with athletics was that it would... I don't know. That's aggravating. That is a person's face in that. Oh dear. God damn it. Minus 15 deflection. God. That's aggravating. I can kind of understand that for the first game, but you're on your third game with this universe. You need a map. Like, you need something. Like... Like, yeah, the way the mountains are and the way the White March is over here led me to believe that there wasn't much anything that would be north of this. Whereas the way Defiance Bay is set up and stuff, I could easily see stuff being more to the south. So, I don't know. Or even otherwise, the only other thing I could think of was that Red Saros was just straight due west. And that Defiance Bay kind of stretched out this way. So, I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, I get what they're going for. They keep the map zoomed in pretty closely on this whole area. I get that. Yeah, it's sort of a peninsula. That's kind of weird, though. I don't know. Again, I'd have to see some of these fan maps. I'd have to see some of this to try and figure out what's going on. Oh. Oh, it's a troll. We can handle a troll. We got this. Especially when Aloth just randomly fucking mind controls the damn thing so easily. Grievous Mother, go ahead and give me that. I'll go ahead and use... Let's go ahead and paralyze him. There we go. There we go.
This thing isn't doing the job. Got him.
It'll be fine, Adir. Don't worry, we got him. Oh wow, we're still making progress on their bestiary entry. I didn't even realize that. Oh, not black oozes again. I hate these things. And they immediately target Durance. Damn it. At least they're pretty weak now. Like, in terms of health, they really don't have much. A single gold coin.
And what does the flame reveal?
Leobon Relago, level 1. Oh boy. This is going to be a big dungeon, isn't it? What does that say? Savages mastered the gates with their arrows and swords and spears. Yearning for conquest and plunder, their chieftain and warriors feared not. Vengeance of gods, nor the wrath of their enemies. Death would not punish them. Interesting. Wait a second. Is that supposed to be two enemies standing like on top of each other? Or is that a distortion from the water? Oh, okay. Charmed, confused, dominate. Oh, okay, so we can't do any of that then. Yep. Let them come to us. Oh, okay. They're oh, okay. Should be able to get them stacked up here.
I'm ready.
No, no. Get in front. Get in front. Put the paladin in front for the love of God.
What?
Alright. Go ahead and give me a blessing, Durance. Go ahead and give me blinding. Go ahead and give me paralyze. Go. Hey, Derek, can you try to knock one of these down? Also, are they immune? They're immune to paralyzed. I should have double checked that. Give me a missiles. Go. Go ahead and give me AoE. Durance, keep shooting. Oh, she got hit. She got hit. That's not good. There we go. All right. All right, go after the lurker. Yep, it's dominated for another 11 seconds. That's fine. Why? Hello? Oh, she's stuck. That's why. Alright, gang up on the green slime.
It's no use. I need something stronger.
Come on, finish it up. There we go. Plasm, awakened roots. Alright, we'll take that.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Seriously? Okay, fine. I mean, it's just one of them. Really, yeah, he doesn't have much at all.
This thing isn't doing
There
the
we go.
job.
Alright, see here. Ooh, fine pike, bloodstone. We'll take it. I'm just gonna. This place is big from the looks of it. This place is very big. Oh, hello. Hidden Wonders. Hey, +3 mechanics. Well, that's good to have. Hold on, I'm just going to pop that on Endurance in case we need to use it. That'd be good. So there is a spell that helps with it, but shit. Oh no, not the fuck. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, see if we can seize control of one of them. And then... There we go. Dominated that one. He did not get the cast off. We've paralyzed that one. Okay, kill it before it can cast any spells.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Go. Now focus on that one.
Yes?
Give me magic missiles on that. Give me paralyzed on him as well. Do not let him fucking cast any spells. There we go. Did that just say a fellow of St. Widwin has arrived? Fellow of St. Widwin. 1 prestige, 3 security. 90 CP per day. I'm sorry, what? Cograk is 50. You think you're worth twice what Cograk is almost? I'm not convinced on that, buddy. Yeah, maggots would have been incoming if we hadn't pulled off all of those spells properly. Oh, they don't even have good equipment. They've just got crap.
Right.
We can hire Crucible Knights with really good sets. We can? Oh, you're right. Yeah, we might want to... 1-1. Mercenary Mind Striker. Thinking him. Gives 2 prestige. Yeah, we'll drop the Mercenary Mind Striker and grab the Crucible Knight. There we go.
Huh?
Yeah, he's better than that guy. Like... Is it because we haven't been, like, outright hostile to the Athosians that they're like, oh... Oh, god damn it. Come on.
Huh?
Can we... I don't even know if this will work. Go ahead and paralyze him. There we go. Alright, everybody gang up on the troll. Just go ahead and strike him. Go ahead. Aloth, give me magic missiles. There we go. Good damage. Good damage. And he's down. No problems there. And... Ooh, Potion of Iron Skin. 8 damage reduction until hit or critically hit. So it literally only works once. That seems not that good. Potion of Minor Regeneration.
Whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Okay, there's something over there, but obviously we have more to explore in this direction right now. And the fact that this says level 1. Oh boy. We're gonna have a long... This might be the entirety of the stream. Alright, go. Go, 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 go. Oh, god damn it. Of course they were sitting on top of it. Just, yeah, go ahead and attack. Come on.
Let's go.
Hey, Hearts. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good morning. A bit of a seer, nothing bad. I know, but it's... Again, the problem is that disarming traps gets you experience points, so I really hate just setting them off because it basically is just giving up experience points. I don't like it.
And what does the flame reveal?
Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Charmed, confused, disease, dominate. Okay, so they're not immune to paralyzed. Go ahead and throw that on him. Oh, dear.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Go ahead and give me on that. Give me magic missiles. Adir, try to knock him down. There we go. Good. Wait a second. Oh.
That's it.
Yep, he's frozen there. Alright, go ahead and give me AoE. Go ahead and give me another AoE. Flank him. There we go.
Slowing it down.
Okay, so some of these Engwithan... My fanboy Kobo in the Discord, if you don't know what a Kobo is, you want a separate e-reader device after a kind that can get... Wait, what? If you don't know... Oh, you customized your e-reader hearts. Okay. It took me a second to parse what you were saying there. Kato, sir, guys, like the face. Oh, not much, Kato, not much. We're exploring in a set of Engwithan ruins right now, and given the fact that this place is fairly large just on the first level and we're only on level 1, we might be spending a good chunk of the stream here. Ooh. Sura's Supper Plate. 8 deflection. Fine. Retaliation. Characters hitting self 6 to 10 pierce damage. Ooh. Token from the table of an ogre matron, Sura, by Darren Doka after he infiltrated her compound to assassinate her. Sura's supper plate became the assassin's running joke. In the moment of triumph, Farron pulled the iron plate from under the matron's lifeless head and held it up like a shield. Thinking himself quite clever, he took the plate and several of Sura's eating utensils to a local blacksmith and had a shield fashioned from them. The sharp blades protruding from the front of the shield provided an excellent deterrent against foes at close range, and Farron took to wielding it regularly, until he lost his shield, his arm, and his life to Sura's daughter. Interesting. And a tiny animat. Oh my god, it's adorable. This minute animat seems to function normally despite its size. It blazes with soul energy. I'm keeping that. We have another pet. We have another pet. They're just opening packs and cards to sell. I don't know. I don't know. I've seen the gameplay for TCG Shop Simulator. I've also seen, because they're the same guys who did the what is it, Supermarket Simulator as well, didn't they, Hearts? I don't know. It just doesn't seem like my kind of game. Also, I've been trying to reduce my footprint in trading cards, regardless of digital or physical. I gave up most of my Magic the Gathering collection years ago when I realized just how many boxes of it I had. All right, we'll hold on to that for right now.
Keeping an eye out.
Hungering always for nations and gold, they were ruthless and fearless. All right, is it talking about the Engwithans, or is it talking about the people who fought the Engwithans? Also, Wizards of the Coast stink. That is very true, Tenwin. Wizards of the Coast is... Wizards of the Coast is Wizards of the Coast. Jesus Christ, where do we even begin? There's a HoloLive mod for it. Well, I mean, it's a TCG game. I'm sure there's a HoloLive mod. I'm sure there's gonna be probably a Yu-Gi-Oh mod, a Magic the Gathering mod, or at least there will be until Wizards catches winds of that and sends the literal Pinkertons to kill the person who made it. Yeah, exactly, Tenwin. I mean, they didn't really bring them back, but they certainly brought them... Son of a... Are you... I literally ducked into stealth the second I triggered the trap. Mother... Well, now we have to rest. God damn it. Let's keep exploring. We'll explore a little bit more and then I'll rest. God damn it.
Slowly now.
I should just always be stealth in these ruins. This is getting ridiculous. How can the people of virtues resist the profane and lawless? Where can the elm dig its roots that storms cannot wash them out? Nope. There's another one. Take him down.
Doing the job.
There we go. Go ahead and paralyze. Oh, it's not letting us. On the one hand, all of those dominate effects from Aloth are really nice. On the other, they're kind of annoying when they throw off our ability to actually stop him from moving. There we go. Paralyze him, kill him, take him down. Very nice. More troll skin? Yep, we're just going to stay permanently scouting because I've triggered way too many traps for this. I feel there's got to be more to this place. Well, I guess we have explored literally this angle, so we'll head this way. There we go. What else is down here? It's interesting. I'm getting a very Celtic vibe. Okay, that's the front gate. We don't want to go out there. They will. The Glonfothans would immediately be pissed off if they saw us come out of there. Very angry. So what else? Can we... Yes, we can head further down this way. Okay.
Keeping quiet.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not just going to run head first into those people. To be fair, I think we won't even want to tell them that we helped out after we're done here, because the most likely result is they'll still want to kill us. Alright, go for the druid. Oh, for fuck's sake. Here we go again. Paralyze. Go for the other druid. There we go. No, do not disengage. Engage him. You foretell with the druid. There we go. Now go for the dryad. Go for the dryad. Kill him before he gets it. Oh, she already got maggots off. God damn it.
This thing isn't doing the job.
There we go. God damn. One spell, and it's pretty much guaranteed to knock me down by almost 50% of my health. Never could Picos accord with their chiefs. Can a people find order when sunset brings darkness, but never a map in the stars of the sky? Well, I think we're finally going to get some backstory on the Ingwithans
Slow.
here. Oh my god, really? Oh, hey, we finally maxed out the Dryad fucking codex entry. Actually, now that I think about it, where is that located? Oh my god, there's so much. Where is it? It was P, wasn't it? Why isn't it under here? Yeah, there's nothing. What the fuck? What the hell? How do we... No, there's nothing in here either. What the fuck? What? We have it 100%. Where is it? Oh, there we go. It's Delimgon is the category. Okay, okay. Yeah, level 6 primordial, 115 endurance. Okay, okay. As I said, we're probably going to have to take a stream and just read all of the bestiary entries at some point. Because otherwise we would be spending a lot of time on that. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We got the druid here, we've got the 2 Pegra. Probably before the point of no return. Yeah, most likely. Okay, okay. Go ahead and spread out. Okay, well. Okay, how do we want to do this? I want both of you to target them. I want the mother, paralyze that one.
Yeah.
I want me, paralyze that one. Aloth, go ahead and cast a spell to deal some additional damage. Durance, go ahead and attack them. There we go. Alright, everybody gang up. Try to kill these guys while Adair deals with the... And it's still fucking... Jesus Christ. And she's going back. Ah, damn it. Does anybody have... Go ahead, paralyze her again. Come on, cast it. There we go. Deal with the druid. Thank you. Ugh. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to rest at some point. But for right now, we're still... No, we read that. And just some regular stuff. Interesting. Never the spirit and always the flesh are a people of lowered eyes. Never the spirit. So they're referring to slaves, I would think. People of lowered eyes. People whose eyes and heads are kept low. That would make sense. I'm still convinced that the Ingwithans are nowhere near as good as some of the... Oh, dear. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on. Immune to charmed, confused, dominated, frightened, paralyzed, stunned, and terrified. Oh, they're immune to paralyzed too. Fuck. Okay, okay, okay. Go ahead and give me a quick save real fast, just in case. Just in case. Alright. Pop out of stealth. I want Adair over here. I want Pelagina down here. pull us up. I want mine. I want the, where is it? Soul Ignition on that. Are they seriously? Yeah, even the small ones are immune to paralyze. That is aggravating. Frightened and sickened. So go ahead and move up. Aloth, give me... a fireball in there. No. Don't cast it on that one. Otherwise, we're going to have problems.
What?
Endurance, go ahead and bless everybody up. There we go. Why did you even... Soul Ignition. Okay, good. Okay, how do we want to do this? Grieving Mother, go ahead and assist on the flank there. We'll go ahead and assist there. Give me a magic missile on him. There we go.
What?
My mind feels sharp as...
There we go. Punch through. Send you over there. We'll go ahead and help Adair. Alright, keep attacking the dank spores. Oh dear. Okay. Pelagina, I need you to hold them off. Go ahead and give me a strike here. Rest of you, focus down the sporelings on this side. Oh, she is maxed out on this shit. Okay. Go ahead and cast that.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and grab another one of these in the dank spores. There we go. Okay, Pelagina's taking a hit. Go ahead and lay on hands her. Nope. Go ahead and assist.
That's not very helpful.
There we go. Come on, guys. Let's take him down. There we go. Okay. I'll disarm that. She's confused. That's fine. Why are we not? Oh, whatever. There we go. Trap disarmed. Finish off the Sporling. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Get away from my character. He's mind controlled right now. Oh, there's more of them. That's fine. Keep going. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, game. So what the fuck am I supposed to do when you put traps in and amongst the enemies that I have to get to? Like, I'm not even saying that that's a bad concept, but it's a very unfair concept for a game where you spend most of your time... Like, first of all, I can't go into stealth mode in the middle of combat, so I can't detect the traps.
Eyes open.
I don't know. That seems like really... See, what the fuck? Okay, so... I guess I send my character forward and pull everyone else back so they don't just attack and fucking... There we go. Okay. Now go after this guy.
That's not very helpful.
Sure.
Yep, let it wear off. Let it wear off. There we go.
Right.
Slowly now.
Thank you. Okay. We're almost done with this area. Nice little beer, golden scaling. Okay. So that just leaves... So that's the way down. Or is there massive pain? Yeah. Well, again, this combat encounter made sense. You've got the main group up here with the two spores and the sporelings. Okay, that makes sense. You can either pull them back into the pack this way, out of range of the spores, and engage them back there in a choke point, or you can push up and try to engage them. My problem is that this one had no, this one did not. This one had a trap next to it, this one had a trap next to it, and this one had a trap next to it. You can't enter stealth mode to detect traps while you're in combat, which means if you go running after the next enemy, you run straight into the trap. And because this game doesn't have a passive perception check like pretty much every other CRPG in history has ever had, because they wanted to focus on the scouting thing, that is, in my opinion, bad encounter design. I'm not saying, like that's the thing, it's not unintelligent encounter design. If you're actually designing like a Tomb of Horror style kill them all game, fine, that makes sense. Do that kind of thing. You want your players to have to deal with that. But in a CRPG where your own mechanics prevent you from finding that and working around it, that is a problem. That is just straight up not done well. But yes, it is rest time. Assumable duration, damage versus flight. Now, the damage reduction is still probably the best choice. You find yourself back in the space inside the grieving mother's mind. It is familiar this time, and even though you feel you have seen countless births from this vantage point, something fills you with unease. The sky has darkened. Mist from the forest has risen to hem you in. You are trapped. You hear something. The sound is strange, dissonant, warping metal. You grit your teeth against the noise, and yet it rises. The eerie melody drives the numbness from your limbs and clears a space in the midst. Follow the chimes. The noise resolves into a dull tone. As it resounds through your bones, you see that your hands are once more in motion. Once more you are drawing forth life, something warm and fragile struggling into the world. This scene feels familiar, a moment you have lived and dreamed 1,000 times before, and yet something ominous gnaws at the edges. Is she about to deliver the first Hollowborn? That would be my guess. Focus on the woman's cries. The woman should be in pain, the natural pains of childbirth. You know this, but it is faint, distance, and you realize that you're soothing the pain with your mind, smoothing out the eddies of pain and relaxing her thoughts just enough so that she can still push from within, push the child forth. You are taking that pain onto yourself, but the pain has layers. One is a pressure, a familiar, welcoming pain, and the other, sharp, a razor at the edge of your consciousness, more recent than this memory. And as you try to recall how you reached this place, you feel the same hollowness inside yourself, a pit filled with the clawing winds of the Beowulf. The very thought fills you with disquiet, like the memory of a nightmare. Focus on the child, the movement of your hands. As your hands move, you hear the sound of chimes clear and sharp, yet somewhat distant they seem echoed by something else, a wail of sorrow, a tolling bell. It's impossible to tell. Draw the child forth. An inexplicable sense of dread fills your soul as the child makes its journey to you, push by push. A malicious presence seems to surround you, and you lean forward to shield the child. At last, the baby emerges, wet and ruddy from its journey. A lifetime seems to have passed as the newborn moved from womb to world, and another seems to pass as you cradle the trembling child, waiting. The child cries out, its cry full of life, full of soul, the chime echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is blurred at the edges, as if you are viewing a soul from within a soul, but it is there, it is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry, her hands reach out. Okay, so it's not a Hollowborn, because it specifically mentioned that if the child's born hollow, they don't cry, they don't make noise, they don't do any of that. You surrender the child to her, something you have done many times before, and as your hands move, the dull clangor sounds. You feel a weight hanging from your wrist. You look down and see bones, tiny, malformed, hanging from a string about your wrist. They're heavier than they should be. They clank together. They make a noise like a funeral bell. Strange. She had the chimes on just a moment ago. Now suddenly she has bone charms on. The mother's too intent upon her newborn to pay you any heed, so you hide your wrist behind your back. She need never know. Can't ever know. As you hide the bone chimes, you shiver, in relief with premonition, at the chill wind that suddenly sweeps the plateau. Interesting. Except she explicitly said that she didn't agree with the process of getting rid of children, which she said in her area was something that happened due to the lack of resources. Oh, you're right, they both do. Let's figure out what's over here, and then I will talk to them. It's interesting. She had already said that she didn't agree with the process of essentially leaving children out to die in case the village or whatever couldn't support them or they came out wrong. Oh, there is no way across here. Oh, my bad. So it's interesting. Why would she suddenly have bone chimes? 1 minute it's the metallic chimes, the next minute it's bone chimes. Oh, good timing. Something... It's possible she's deluding herself. We've been assuming that she's been actively conjuring up these illusions in order to keep herself safe. It's also entirely possible that her cipher abilities are advanced enough that she's hiding portions of herself from herself, though for whatever reason has not been yet made apparent to us. All right, we finished the lab. Yeah, we'll finish off the one-day stuff. Go ahead and finish the courtyard pool. And we'll talk to Adir first, because I feel like I need a little bit of a pick-me-up before we go talking to Grievous
Hope
Mother.
I didn't seem ungrateful back there in the battlefield. And you went out of your way.
It's important to you. I understand.
Not real close. Didn't expect that. Now, for a second, I thought I was gonna finally see some answers. Foolish, of course. And why should I get answers? There's a world of Aethasians out there, don't know if their god's been blown up. Still, man can't help looking back. Guess you'd know that well as anyone.
He claps you on the shoulder. Adair stares off, focusing on some distant thing, unseen and unrealized.
I might have turned my back on my god when he needed me. That's all I'll ever know.
You did what you had to. Even if Widewin was Aothas or some prophet of his actions were destructive. He laid waste to most of Redseris. He would have done the same to the Dyrwood.
His actions didn't seem righteous enough for a god. That's why me and Woden had Widewin figured for a pretender. It didn't occur to me that my god might actually mean to do harm to his own.
You theorize Adair would be broken by what he learned, and yeah, I argue this is kind of work. Yeah, it's breaking him while also not providing him closure. It'd be one thing if he broke under the strain of finding out what happened. This is breaking and still not knowing what happened. It's the worst of both worlds. I'm hoping we can continue to help him.
Something to think about, I guess.
But for right now... Oh.
Sure.
And
Your
now for
mind
her.
comes bearing questions, Watcher.
I had questions for you. I walked again in your memories. This time they felt strange. Your vision gives way to the feeling. While you feel the jagged marks of violence you passed before, this time the path is easier. There's no resistance. You set about casually harnessing her memories, focusing on the ones you seek. There's a slow rush, a warmth. And your thoughts enter as before, circling the memory you shared when you first met. You find yourself back in the space of the grieving mother's mind, familiar once more. And even though you feel you've seen countless births from this vantage point, something fills you with unease. Yeah, we've seen this one. Why is it... We literally just did all of this. Yeah, draw the child forth. Surrender the child. Bone chimes. Retreat from the memory. What are you wearing on your wrist? She extends her hands and the small chimes on her wrist sound at the motion, just as they sounded in her memories. The chimes are finely crafted of white adra, and they are wrapped around the grieving mother's wrists with a tiny woven braid of hair of different colors, white, black, brown, blonde. But you feel as if you're noticing them for the first time. If the birthing chimes were given to newborns, why do you wear a set now?
There was no child to carry it.
And suddenly there is a rasping cry across your consciousness. You see her flinch, visibly as if struck. She raises her hands and you see the chimes draped from them, yet they make no sound as she moves. In your memory, they look like
Carry
bones.
the weight of 100 deaths. I know, Watcher.
This is about the Hollowborn, isn't
The
it?
Hollowborn.
The same chill you felt before is stronger now, as if it's welling up around your feet to your ankles. You feel a sudden urge to draw away as if from an unpleasant memory.
The Hollowborn have a future. They can be saved, and the Tells spoke of such.
Oh, okay. How would you know? Have you seen a future? Have you seen a solution to the Hollowborn?
They can be saved. They must be saved. You have seen the beauty in childbirth. What good came into the world there on the plateau. You helped me recall it. It is a memory we shared. It is the truth.
And yet in the memory you hid the chimes on your wrist from the mother. Why? It's not what I hid, but what she saw. She couldn't know. The grieving mother squeezes her eyes shut and brings her hands to her ears. You have woven truth for countless mothers and their infants. I'm not even sure that I can trust what you tell me. Truth is shaped by belief, by choice. It is coaxed from chaos like a child from the womb. That is not an answer. I am disregarding that entire statement because it's not an answer, woman. No more equivocation. What really happened at the birthing bell?
And what would you consider real, Watcher? The truth that was experienced and remembered? Or the one that burned out only to be swept under the rug and forgotten like ash from a fireplace?
What happened mattered. Forgetting reality doesn't make it any less real.
And how much of your own life has been lost to the error of memory? How many loves and betrayals were colored with the false hues of emotion? A pity to wonder how much of your own life happened the way you recall.
That doesn't mean objective reality is false. I can't believe I'm having this conversation in a fantasy RPG, but that doesn't mean that objective reality somehow goes away just because you think memory is more important. It might be more important to the specific individuals involved in the event, but guess what? I wasn't, so I want to know what the fuck happened. But obviously, you're not going to tell me right now. Alright, let's get moving. Fucking Grievous Mother is making... Grievous Mother is a good character. Don't get me wrong. I want to see where she's going with this, but so far, she is aggravating and annoying as shit. She's pulling off the whole obfuscating language bullshit, and I don't like it. She's not even entertaining with it like Durance. She's just annoying. I love it. Show me more, Obsidian. I want to know where this ends. I'll probably hate her even more by the end of it, but it's still a good character. Yes, exactly. I hate this character. More. Give me more. A series of pictographs, simple but clear, are carved on a column in this alcove. Figures of men and women with their arms raised are carved into the top of the column. Suits of armor in the same pose have been chiseled into the bottom. Really just how it can be just how good characters in general work. There can be good characters who you hate and still want to see more of. They don't even necessarily have to be villains. Though they usually do take the role of some form of antagonist.
Keeping an eye out.
Okay. Oh. Okay, Phantoms immune. Surprisingly, fewer immunities than the frickin' druids and dryads. Yep, alright. You there, you there. Go ahead and paralyze. Paralyze.
Yes?
Magic missiles. There we go. Alright, everybody
My
gang up on the...
feels sharp as steel.
There we go. Nice and simple. Then we have Sarah in Dragon Age Inquisition, the only character in the Dragon Age series I genuinely can't stand. Which one is that? Sarah. I'm drawing a blank. I only played through like the first third of Inquisition before just the overall gameplay experience just lost me. Also, this looks like melted Adra. What the hell? Adra grows from a central pillar and seems to spill down the steps. Luminous, egg-shaped stones are nestled within the rippling Adra. Oh, right. Their whole attempt to try and tie that whole Red Jenny thing into an actual plot point that... I literally encountered her once, and yes, I didn't like her very much either. Not from my first impressions. Because the whole Red Jenny thing was just supposed to be like a background haha funny thing from one developer, if I remember correctly. And then they tried to build it up into this whole bloody fucking plot point. Oh, he's alive. He was standing on the platform. I assumed something was up with him. Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yes?
Give me a wall of force right there. And they already got on the other side of it. That's not good. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and... yeah, we can't charm them, but we can paralyze them, which is pretty much almost as good. Ow. Durance, go ahead and give me that. There we go. Heal us up.
I'm ready.
Go ahead and smack him. There we go. There we go. The animats are not nearly as bad. She's a massive racist hypocrite. Also actively the most disruptive role as Inquisitor. I'll take your word for it, because as I said, I think I recruited her, and that was around the point that I just stopped playing the game. Like, I don't know why. Dragon Age Inquisition didn't sit well with me at all, just the way everything went. And, yeah. I just kind of stopped caring about Dragon Age after that. Not gonna lie. Scenes from a battle appear on this column. An army of men in loincloths and hides is gathered, dwarfed by a dozen full suits of armor that loom over them. In the descending images, the armors crush the army. So I'm gonna guess that is the Ingwithan's Animat army crushing the predecessors of the Glenfathans. Wouldn't surprise me if the Glenfathans' ancestors were enslaved by the Ingwithans.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, what have we got in here? Oh, those are... Oh. Okay, we've got another Animat. Oh, okay, Adra Animat. Oh, big boy. We got a big boy over there. Not immune to Paralyze, though, which is very nice. Paralyze is becoming my new favorite spell. To be fair, not surprising, Dragon Age Origin and Dragon Age 2 are amazing. Yeah, Dragon Age 2 has its problems, but as a overall experience, it was still good, and its story, I think, was still solid. It had some massive gameplay, like mechanics issues. There's no doubt about that, but the game itself still felt good. And Dragon Age Origins is still just amazing. It's still one of the best RPGs of all time, in my opinion. I wouldn't go that far. I guess the best way to put it is Dragon Age 2 has really, really high highs, but it also has some really low lows in terms of character writing. Fenris, early on, both of the Elven companions, Fenris and I can't remember the other one, her name begins with an M, she's the female elf, early on have some really poor writing. Their characters, Meryl, that's it. They only really get good if you really dive into their character and do everything with them. Best romance. I will agree with you on that, although she does come off as a little crazy. Let's be honest, Meryl comes off as a little crazy over the course of that. Not without reason, don't get me wrong. Again, well written once you actually get into her character. It's just early on, both of them are kind of insufferable. And also, everything with Anders. Everything with Anders I both like and hate at the same time. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? I'm really... Let's... Hold on. Are there any more of them on this side? There are. Okay, there's one over there. I'm hoping there's not more than just those two. Okay, how do we want to do this? Oh, well, they spotted us. Oh, that's a lot of them. I was really hoping there wouldn't be too many of them over here, but go ahead and paralyze him. Go ahead and deal with them.
Yes?
Give me a blessing. See if you can knock him down. Anders the Big Dumb Hawk and their family work really well. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, and the Qunari were the selling point of the second game. And it's why every subsequent depiction of them has been worse. And I don't know how they're managing that. Like, Bull, from what I saw in Inquisition, is alright, but pretty much every Qunari since the Era Shock has been poor. Like, poorly written, poorly developed, and poorly presented. And it's strange because the Qunari are such an interesting... They are one of the few things in Dragon Age that I would say is unique. Like, purely unique. The way their society is structured, the way they built themselves, the world building around the Qunari is very interesting. And it provides the closest you get to like an alien, out-of-context mindset in a fantasy universe. Because let's be honest, otherwise Dragon Age stole a lot of stuff from Warhammer and a couple of other things. There's a lot of aspects to Dragon Age that are not very original, but the Qunari and a lot of the stuff around them is one of the most original, especially. Yeah, the mages are basically just psychers from... well, they're technically, they're mages from Warhammer Fantasy, specifically. But it's the same issue. Okay, how do we want to do this? Can we... Pelagina should be able to handle him. I really need this guy to just stop moving.
Lavaru, be on seek!
Nope, we're not having much luck there. Pelagina, go ahead and try to deal some damage there. I thought I told you to drop a blessing on us, goddammit.
One repels my touch.
There we go. Also, the battle sound effects are just not going off, so the battle is surprised. There we go. Now we're hearing shit. Okay, he has a lot of defense. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's gonna heal them too. Fuck. Can we please, like... Hold on. Damn it, he full healed the guy. Fuck. Oh, and Dominate doesn't work on them. I should have realized that. Drop that on them. Ow. Endurance, go ahead and give me a AoE. There we go. Ow. There we go. Please shoot him. There we go. Pelagina, get over here. Marks an enemy, granting additional to... Yeah, there we go. Go ahead and mark him. Come on, finish off that one. There we go. All right. Aloth, go ahead and give me another magic missile. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. All right, we actually got some decent experience out of that. Oh, the core. This copper locket is the legacy of some of the Ingwithan's early soul experiments. The crystals inside are filled with the essence of dozens of souls. While no one is entirely certain of its original purpose, it is believed this was created in one of the first attempts to build and control animats. It is said that, unable to get out, some of the souls have lost their sanity, while others form a unique collective consciousness that kept the memory and talents of each alive. Those who wear it will swear they hear voices talking to them, guiding their actions. The locket is scratched and inlaid with simple neolite... Oh god, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Niliode patterns. The crown base is decorated with a stylized bear head. Upon opening the locket, you see six-sided crystal that appears dark at first. However, as you gaze into it, it warms with an orange glow. Interesting. Drop that off real fast. Grab the rest. Except it's yet another neck item. And I think... Okay, she does not. Perception's actually probably good for her. Jeez, I just realized she has no gear. What else can we give her? Do we have a helmet? We do. Airtight, but that reduces perception, so that's really not that good. That's a neck item. That's a neck item. Overseeing is worthless. Against hobbled, stuck, paralyzed. She has had issues with that in the past. We'll go ahead and throw that on her. Called that Animata Moronde. Bazo does indeed beat. Okay. That's one way to declare your paladin challenge, but I guess it helps that the paladins are more just orders of knights and not religious orders. At least not all of them. 10 accuracy against spirits, plus 25 endurance. Yeah, none of the rest of these really work. I guess I could have given her the mind marker. But stat bonuses are usually so good in this.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't get any attribute points over the course of leveling up, so... Oh, that guy never joined in. I'm fine with that.
That's not very helpful.
Go ahead and paralyze you. Go ahead and paralyze you. Ow. Alright, focus him down. There we go. We're gonna have a lot of this Ingwithan shit to sell later. Fighters in iron, relentless and fierce as the thousands of foes. What did that just pick up? There's something that looked like a hat. Oh, it is. It's a floppy hat. Okay. Images of men and women swinging hammers and heating iron over a forge fill this alcove. Well, this was obviously an animat construction place. That door was not down last time we came here. We didn't touch that door. What the hell? Oh. Oh dear. What is... Oh, a man and woman carved from lustrous Adra pour the contents of a vase at their feet. Oh, is this Berith? or the not Engwithan, the Glanfathan version of Bareth, because I believe in their interpretation it's a man and a woman, because the name they give for him is what, life from death and death from life or whatever. It's a dualistic concept. Did they get that from the Engwithans? That's possible. If they were enslaved by the Engwithans, it would certainly, I mean, Lord knows throughout history, usually that is what tends to happen. People who get enslaved pick up the gods and various religious practices of the people who enslaved them. Alright, yeah. Oh! Wait, what? Oh, that was the progress. Okay, the animat progress is fully...
Finished.
There we go. Well, hold off on that then, since we can get back over here. Yeah, we're still a long way from leveling up.
Found something.
Aha. Thank you. I'll take those experience points. Thank you very much. Okay. How many of these we got? Just the one? Okay. Thanks for the easy kill. Bounding missile traps, yeah. Those ones at least kind of made, like, you could kind of tell there was something. Like, there's a giant skull and a cogwheel sitting on the wall. That definitely looks like a trap.
Keeping quiet.
Alright, what have we got in here? Oh, more phantoms. Funny thing is, the game, you can kind of see where the traps are from time to... Yeah, well, I mean, some of them should. Like, it should give you an idea, like, huh, there should definitely be a trap here.
I'm ready.
What?
I think we've got it. We may as well use it. Go ahead and freeze them. Go ahead and freeze them.
I'm ready.
Thank you. Everybody gang up on this poor bugger. Everybody gang up on this poor bugger. Go ahead and hit him with the AoE, Alof. Thank you. Go ahead and hit him with another AoE. Thank you. God, remember when we used to have problems with those things? Back at the beginning of the game? Kill most of these with a single bounding missile? Yeah, probably. The pictograms in this alcove portray a procession marching to an altar. A lone figure lies upon the altar and another member of the procession drives a dagger into their heart. Something flows from the dying man into a white stone perched above the altar. Yeah, they were literally trapping souls with Adra. Time was a veil to the godless. No blessings to reap, no mercies to sow. Time was a veil to the godless. Interesting. That doesn't sound like... So the Engwithans must be talking about someone else there, because it doesn't sound like they were godless. Well. Oh dear, will-o-wisps. Ow. Give me a paralysis. Give me another paralysis. There we go. Everybody team up on the Animat. Team up on the Will-O-Wisp.
Good.
Team up on the Animat. No. I just want the Grievous. Oh, she's confused. That's why.
That's it!
Come on, finish him up. There we go. Minimal damage. No real problems. Yeah, most of this stuff isn't that valuable, but still. Definitely not going to say no.
Laying low.
Where's this one? Column of hieroglyphs shows men and women standing in a line and descending into a pool. The figures that emerge below it stand with outstretched arms and triumphantly serene expressions. So were they doing some kind of ritual? Something to take control of people or something? Go ahead and grab control of that specter.
Let's go.
Go after the Animats. There we go. Everybody focus on the Animat, please. Come on, finish him up. Now do the Phantom. Now do the other Animat. Come on. There we go. There we go. And take care of the final Spectre. Nice and simple. Remember when they caused you to stop your first... No, I do. I do. And now we're doing so much better. And I'm very happy for it. I'm exceedingly happy for it. Oh, this multifaceted piece of crystal has been cut and polished to perfection. Man and woman carved from lustrous Adra pour the contents of a vase at their feet. If that is the Engwithan version of Berith, similar to the Glenfathan version, were they essentially doing like a rite of rebirth kind of thing? Leaving their bodies to offer their souls and forsaking the weakness of flesh and enfeebling of bone, the barbarian godless succumbed at last. Oh. Okay, that definitely sounds like they were using slaves to fuel their soul magics, like exclusively almost. Barbarian godless. Interesting that they... I guess that would also explain why the Glenfathans ended up taking on the same pantheon as the Engwithans. If they were a people without like a major spiritual faith until the Engwithans defeated them and forced them to serve, I suppose I could see how that would work. Here. Thankfully, will-o'-the-wisps are really weak. There we go. The images in this alcove depict a row of pale stones surrounding a suit of armor. Something flows from the stones into the armor, imbuing it with a golden hail. Yeah. So they would kill someone, the soul would flow into the Adra, then they would create an animat and then push the soul into it. What is... Why can't I... What the hell? There we go. 4 egg-shaped stones stood atop short, narrow pedestals, all face an altar in the middle of the room. Okay, so those stones that were nestled in the Adra on the first level, or earlier in this level, they have to be related to the process of pushing the soul into the animat. It's either a specific version of Adra or it's something else.
And what does the flame reveal?
Oh. Oh, it's a small rain blight. We should be fine then. We got this.
That's it.
There we go. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Nice and quick. Take him down, boys. Mute. Okay. Oh, he teleported. There we go. Oh, and we maxed out the small rain blight. Oh, and here we go. Domination effect 15 times. All soulbound upgrades are complete. Now it deals a little bit of additional damage, 20% raw damage, 10% chance to cast Dominate on hit, or critical hit. Grants the Gref's authority, which I completely forgot to even do. And accurate 6, plus 21 accuracy, 30% damage, and 3 resolve. Very nice. In attendance in court that night was Tyrek III, a Gref Palatine. So impressed was Tyrek at the many uses of the Inigrid that he had an artisan craft him a scepter of his own. He was careful to request that it differ completely in appearance from Inigrid, lest he draw the attention and ire of the McWin. Though Geared Hawana Stens does not contain the souls of the Gref's bloodline, it does tend to project the authority of the wielder as the original owner intended. Interesting. Yes, it does seem to be quite the scepter.
Yeah.
Really, just the 10% chance to dominate is so good. Alright. Is it just 1, 2, 3? Okay. What is it? Oh, it's immune to pierce damage. Oh, okay, that's why. Switch over to this then. There we go. And the last one. Switch back to the pike.
And what does the flame reveal?
I don't think there's anything else in this room.
Quiet.
Okay, so they would, from the sound of it, they ritualistically purified themselves. Then they were brought over to this altar, sacrificed. Then the souls were transferred to this altar to be transferred into the animat. The white stones seem to be embedded down here, which seems to be the main thing that they were using to actually move the souls. And then the actual animats were constructed in the forge over here. So this was definitively an actual, like, production center for the Engwithans. Oh, I saw you guys. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, Grieving Mother leveled up. We'll just take that. Ooh, what do we want from her here? Detonate is probably good, and Borrowed Instinct Yeah. Yeah, I like Borrowed Instinct for the buffs. We'll go ahead and grab those.
Yeah.
I shall be discreet.
I've been using it. It's not my I'm to be fair, where's the there it is, Gref's Authority. Okay, so it's under this part. Oh, once per encounter. Oh, that's great. Accurate. Oh, it's a melee attack though. It's a melee attack. I thought it was ranged. Considering it's being used on a staff, why wouldn't it be ranged? Oh, the Cypher ability. Yeah, well, to be fair, most of the time I'm using the Paralyze right out the gate because we have enough focus for it right out of the gate. Some of these higher end stuff, you have to wait until you hit 50 or 60 points of focus in order to use it. I can see why ranged Cypher is considered the meta option. Like, oh, this brought us back up to the other side. Okay. Oh no, it's another one of these things. Is there anything over here? Oh, no, 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 no. Not yet.
Laying low.
Oh boy. Yep, here we go. So yeah, this is what caused the problem, everybody. This is what fucked me up. Also, I do gotta say, from a visual aesthetic point of view, stone interlaced with copper that moves like it's machinery is such a cool, like, mechanical construct idea. I really like it for this fantasy setting. Yeah. A haze of incense lingers over this body, faint and insubstantial as a dust plume in the rider's wake. Yet as you draw closer, whispered instructions echo in your ear, and anticipation warms your blood. Within the vision, you see the same stone machine you approached moments ago, but from a different height and angle, through different eyes. You heard rumors that some of your brethren were sent here months before, yet you see no sign that anyone has been here. In fact, the cobblestones are covered in a fine layer of dust, ash. You know suddenly what this will cost you, but you are ready. The orders were clear. The effects of the machine within Cleobon Relag were wearing off. A child had been born not far from the Deerwood recently, its soul intact. The machine would need to be reactivated. That's what's causing it! Oh, how did I not put that together after what we saw in Defiance Bay? If there's a machine that prevents a soul from passing on, then it would make sense the Inguithans also designed a machine that can prevent a soul from coming in. Oh, but if it is the Inguithan... Oh, that's horribly ingenious. And that, I think I might be right on the Inguithans being like way worse than everyone's thinking. I don't just think that they enslaved the predecessors to the Glanfathans. A machine like this would also ensure that the one real big danger of a slaveholding society, which is slave revolts, could basically be nullified. You would just turn a machine like this on for a little bit, and all of a sudden, none of the slave population would be able to reproduce for, 10, 15, 20 years. You could do that, wait for the slaves to age up, wait for them to not have any hope, then turn off the machine, let them begin to reproduce and rebuild their numbers, and then turn it back on again at a later date. Oh, the Inguithans are... The implications of this are horrifying. Don't tell me, Tenwin, but just let me speculate. Let me speculate. It'll be better when we find out the truth. Either I'll be right and I'll really lay into it, or I'll be horribly wrong and I'll have to reevaluate everything. But there is definitely something up. Again, this doesn't read like a Wodekin plot. Something is up with this Arcos guy. He's doing something either for his own end or for somebody else. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is Wodeka, but it doesn't feel the same as that. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to say that that's what his end game is. You and your companions take up your positions. You share a final look of affirmation between yourselves. You don't know your name, and they don't know your name, and you don't know theirs, but you know that you're doing the work of the gods together. None of the rest matters. Two carved bands of stone in the middle of the machine grind into motion. They rotate in opposite directions, picking up speed until they spin like a freshly greased carriage wheel. A wind shrieks through the cavern, accelerating with the stone rings. You press your hands to your ears and grit your teeth against the noise. You're about to shut your eyes when you glimpse new movement. Rows of triangular flaps around the machine open like petals. You don't know what's happening, but you feel a tingling at your extremities, searing pain spreading through your body, a hot knife separating every tissue and ligament within you. All the while it feels as if you're falling towards the machine, your stomach mashed against your spine. What happens next is simply too fast to process. You awaken from the visions to find yourself kneeling and gasping for air. Holding your head, you let the tiles between your knees gradually come into focus. As you catch your breath, you remember the strange scene you saw outside Silent Lys, where several robed figures fell amidst a howling Beowick. Looking at the ash scattered across the cavern floor, it's apparent that the Leaden Key has been doing this, whatever it is, all over the Dyrwood. There's gotta be a way to turn this off. Something in the ether hums and buzzes through your teeth. Oh, and if the Engwithans did enslave the Glenfathans, then it probably wasn't the Engwithans that gave the Glenfathans orders to protect the ruins. It was probably their own ancestors, who probably knew that machines like this existed. They might not have known exactly what they did or how the Engwithans operated them, but they would have known that these kind of creations existed within the in the Engwithan ruins, which means the Glenfathans have purposely and unknowingly been trying to stop this from happening. Well, and it even explicitly mentioned that Dyrford, that Dyrford had no children at all in years. Like, even in some of the other areas, there was at least a small chance. But yeah, the fact that this is so close to it, it's no surprise. Which also means we just missed the cultists, because they literally just reactivated it from the looks of it. Fuck. Inspect the stream. A shallow bottom flickers and wavers just under the water's edge, but as you look towards the tunnel, the bottom disappears into the darkness. It's impossible to tell how deep the stream is. Oh, let's try. Hey, it's a good thing we've got this. You take slow, sloshing steps towards the mouth of the tunnel, holding yourself upright while the current tugs at your legs. The cold water leaves you gasping as it rises past your waist, and you fight to control your breath. The stream bed soon drops out from under your feet, and the current pushes you towards the tunnel with growing force. Put on the diving helmet and swim. You place the helmet over your head and press forward. It does little to ward off the chill of the stream, but air at least is in plentiful supply. The current pushes you through the tunnel. Faster and faster, tugging you downwards. Over your head, the tunnel narrows and drops, leaving only a thin pocket of air. Take a final deep breath before the current drags you into the depths. Makes it more interesting than the... And it makes sense. Like, I was wondering exactly why, because it had to be more than just that... The only other theory I could think of is that the Glenfathans are the last descendants of the Engwithans. But that, I know though, that never really fit given what we had seen of their culture, and especially after meeting Haravius, it just really didn't seem to fit. Rays of light pierce the darkness, but the current's moving too fast now for you to see more than flickering glimpses as you speed by. You keep your hands in front of yourself and focus on avoiding the jagged rocks that appear suddenly in the darkness, jutting out from the walls. A light winks up ahead. You're approaching it fast, and it looks to be the mouth of a second, smaller tunnel. You might be able to reach it. Towards the glint. You wrap your fingers around the rocks lining the tunnel to peer inside. The tunnel comes to a dead end, but something glints amongst the rocks on the far side. You pull yourself into the tunnel, which narrows. At this end, you see a skeleton with a hand protruding from its ribs. You pull it free and push off from the wall, propelling yourself back towards the main tunnel. Ooh, we gained an item, the Rose of Salt Hollow. Swirling and tumbling through the darkness of the tunnel, you last see a halo of light above as you swim and kick towards it. Your head breaks the surface. Crawling out of the water, you look at the cavern around you as you massage feelings back into your aching, cold, numb limbs. Oh, it is a two-handed Morning Star. 20% of damage restored is endurance, 25% corrosion damage. Ooh, this might actually be good for... Yeah, that might actually be good for her. Since we're also using her as a frontliner, giving her the ability to restore her health would be good. Corrosive Lash versus the Burning Lash. Oh, but the damage resistance bypass. We'll keep it in her inventory for now, and I'll make a decision on that later. Replace her gun. I kind of want people to have a secondary ranged weapon just in case, but that probably is the right idea. Yeah, we've got pierce damage and we've got crush damage. She's good on both fronts. So, oh, that popped us out. Okay, that popped us out here. I guess that's it. Yeah. Return to Lady Webb. More Durance, Find the Ruins, Endless Pass, the Adra Arch, Cragholt, Disturbing Dreams, Pelagina, a Druid, and Marshal Forward. Yeah, no, we're done. Yep, we need to get the hell out of here.
Keeping an eye out.
Yep, and we will leave through the side passage so we don't piss off the Glenfathans. I can't imagine Haravius would be very happy about that. Yeah, we'll try to jump. There we go. Cleared it without incident. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. May as well grab those. Forgot we left those behind because we were already full up when we first came through here. I'm going to assume that we can't talk to the Glenfathans. If we approach, they'll probably attack us. Hold on. I'm going to do a manual. I want to see if they do. I'd like to be able to talk to them. Okay, fine. Fine. Those cultists are never... Oh, and this explains why the Glenfathans haven't been able to... Because the Glenfathans' main strategy is if somebody infiltrates a ruin when they're not there, they swoop in, close off the ruin, and wait for the person to have to come out. But the cultists aren't coming out. They're just sacrificing themselves in there. So the Glenfathans never figured out that someone was turning on the machines. Fucking A, this Arcos guy is smarter than I give him credit for. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. The man's 2,000 years old. Yeah, we need to double back. We need to double back. All the way back to Brackenbury. Yeah, follower of Saint Widewind leaves a stronghold. Well, yeah, because he's not hiring that guy. He wasn't worth it. Also, is this, I think that, yes, okay, that's all completed. So that just leaves us the Botanical Gardens, Chapel, Artificer's Hall, Curio Shop, Library, the Curtain Walls, and the Tower. Let's go with the... Those take a long time is the problem, but these only give prestige. We'll go with the Chapel because it is a nice chunk of prestige. And it's only 2 days. Purchase scrolls and grant a bonus to resolve when resting. Alright. Are we gonna get ambushed out here again? No? Okay, good. We seem to get ambushed a lot in Brackenbury. I'm sure that has nothing to do with House Dominal being right next door. They don't enter out of reverence and have no interest in what happens inside, leaving the machines at peace to do the dirty work, because without them, by now, the machines most likely would have been destroyed. Yep. Here, where the active machine isn't around, there's no Hollowborn. The rest have not lost. Yeah. No, say what you will about the people of the Deerwood. They might be superstitious and they might be quick on the trigger, but if they had even an inkling that the Engwithan ruins were responsible for the legacy, they would have already absolutely destroyed the damn things.
How fares your search?
Well, I found something out about the Leaden Keys
let's
operations.
hear it.
Yes, but at that point, it's an existential crisis. It's like, either we destroy the Engwithan ruins, or the legacy continues, and eventually there's no people left. Like, there's really no, that's a no-win scenario. One way or the other, a lot of people are dying. The Leaden Key is manipulating a group of Engwithan machines that span the country. They are causing the Hollowborn epidemic.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been.
No, Lady Webb, I think the Leaden Key as a cult of Wodoka is actually being used by Arcos for something else. I think he has his own agenda.
The Leaden Key's conspiracy is clear now. They have used Engwithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame Animancy for it. As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. He is listening to arguments for and against Animancy. When they finish, he is expected to decide whether to outlaw it. It seems the Leaden Key has been pushing Deerwood down this path for some time.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a case where it's also kind of again, if we're taking the Deerwood as sort of a New World, early 13 colonies kind of style XP, it's very much like how a lot of the early conflict, like the War of the Broken Stone, the War of the Black Trees, these were destructive conflicts, but they were never total wars. Like even the descriptions we got in the books, they were never total wars. They were a lot of skirmishes and then usually one or two major battles that decided how everything went. Even the Deerwoodans declaring independence from Adir was much more focused on the final battle of Defiance Bay than anything else. But if it was discovered that the Engwithan ruins were responsible for the legacy, you could be looking at what happened, something closer to what happened in later portions of the colonial history of the 1700s, where the battles and skirmishes that had kind of just taken place willy-nilly, happenstance all over the region, suddenly transformed into, no, a central standing army marches into tribal territory, burns everything down, kills every single person they get their hands on, and the tribe has two choices: leave the region entirely or die. Like, that's not a good choice. Historically, it was horrible for everyone involved. Even the local colonies lost a lot of people in those operations, but it provided a definitive end to the back and forth skirmishing and raiding that had been going on for the better part of a century and a half at that point. Like, there are parallels to draw here. That kind of situation, discovering those ruins being the problem and discovering that the Glenfathan are still protecting them, that is the kind of thing that leads to an outright, that leads to a war of extermination. Not just a war over resources, not just a war over ideology, not just a war because the person over there killed your grandfather and you want revenge. That's the kind of thing that leads to, no, we root out this entire culture, branch and stem, and that is horrifying. Yes, especially if they discover, given the Engwithan ruins are so coveted by the Adirans, the Ridsarans, and to a lesser extent the Valians, learning that there are machines that can literally turn off the reincarnation process of this world would immediately lead to a massive backlash. And also, whatever the Leaden Key, to get back to what Lady Webb is talking about, whatever the Leaden Key is doing, Animancers must be able to either stop or deal with somehow, because they have been so obsessed with trying to get Animancy thrown out of the Deerwood. So something that the Animancers have or is working on or that they know is something that directly threatens Arcos' plan.
I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the last moment. Our Duke must hear what you have to say. Unfortunately, the hearings are closed to the public, which makes the Duke inaccessible until they are completed.
Well, that might be true, Lady Webb, but something tells me you have a way to get in there.
However, certain groups have been invited to attend. You might get in with one of them if you aren't above a little pandering. There are delegations from the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, and from House Dominel. If you can gain the support of one of those groups, that may be your best way in. See what you can arrange.
They were close to remember the Animancer and Redrick's Keeper theory was literally exactly what the machines were doing. You're right. I love how everything we've discovered has made my decision to kill her because she was a crazy necromancer as well seem worse and worse in hindsight. Oh, wait,
yes.
Are there? Okay, no, there's... No.
The hearings could end any day now. What of them?
Wouldn't they allow a guest of Dunreed Row into the hearings? I thought you and your people had a personal connection with the local leadership.
We would only do that as a last resort. Walking in with one of the 3 invited groups puts you in a position of influence. Walking in alone as a representative of Dunreed Row would earn you distrust among all the rest. It seems our organization has a reputation for nosiness and manipulation for whatever reason.
AKA if you become an enemy of all. That would be kind of hilarious, but thankfully we have not done that.
It would be best if people did not see Dunreed Row's hand in this. Easier for them to embrace the truth.
What is there to know about the Duke, then?
Avar is many things to many people, and that is why he sits the throne. To the frontiersmen, he is one of their own. To the patriotic, he is a sole descendant of Admeth Hadrit. To the nobility, he is from an old and established family. All of these are half-truths or exaggerations, a tale he has spun around himself. The man behind the tale may not be the greatest mind in Deerwood, but he knows people. He knows when they are sincere and when they lie. He knows when they are strong and when they are weak. The other matters he leaves to me. Outwardly, he prefers to come off a bit of a simpleton. Don't be fooled. Before he was a duke, he was a trapper, and an excellent one at that.
So I suppose we're going to have to go talk to the Knights of the Crucible, then. Yeah. Whistling in the Reeds. Quest expires in 3 days. What? Ah, here we go. The Ixmital Plains, Zokine Lake, is renowned for the beautiful flowers that grow along its bank for several weeks every spring. Local farmers harvest the flowers for a spring festival in the nearby villages. In the past 3 years, 4 people have gone missing during the collections. No one has seen the abductions take place, but people in the area reported a high-pitched whistle coming from the tall reeds. When the abductees are discovered days later on the shores of the lake, they appear to be happy and smiling, but completely unaware of the world around them. The blissful victims never recover from this state, most dying within a few weeks. The philosophers at the monastery near Zokine Lake have advised local rulers to seek outside help. We'll send Kana on this one. I think he should be able to handle that on his own. We do need to talk to the Crucible Knights, but I've also had it hankering, and I don't know if this will do anything. What do you think of Defiance Bay's Video Game City? Passable. It's nice. It's a good quest hub. It's fairly easy to traverse. It's not confusing over much, which is good for a isometric viewpoint. The last thing you need is not knowing where things are in an isometric game, so it helps that it has this kind of style. Overall, it's good. It's good. It's a nice hub area. It's a nice hub area. And the fact that it's not too far from Caed Nua is also good as far as, because those are basically your two hubs. At least from what I've seen so far. It's interesting. I feel like there should be more on the map somewhere. And obviously we've got to find a way down to Stormwall Gorge so that we can come over here to Twin Elms. Interesting. Does look like there's also a path. Well, that's a river, so there might be something over there. But we're going to try something stupid. Because I can. So, House Dominal. You think I haven't noticed all the people you've been sending after me all this time? Dominal Doorman, Abrakan Dominal. Yeah, attacking my keep. You killed a couple of my mercenaries. 1, 2. Okay, there's 2 guys in there. 3 in here. 1 patrolling. Another guard. 2 guards in here. Okay, okay. I think I know what to do. I think I know what to do. Okay, how do we want to do this? Adair, go ahead and set up here. Pelagina, go ahead and set up over here.
Sure.
We're going to work on these guys. I want Aloth and Durance in the middle. Yeah, you attacked my ogre. He's been a very good boy. He's been a very good boy. He didn't even eat the bodies of the guys that we killed from you. He's such a good boy. Kalgreg has done nothing wrong.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that's how we'll do it. Okay. Oh, it actually added something. They will no longer consider working with me. Big surprise! Shocked! I'm shocked. This is my shocked face. Oh, that asshole has a gun. Please knock him over, Adir. Okay. Be very careful not to aggro the ones that are in the other room. What I want to do is draw them into a choke point once we get this fight done. Okay. Pull back.
Right.
I wonder if the patrolling guy will come back. Yep. Oh. Dude, you're about to have a bad time. So, yeah. That was interesting. We're just gonna take all that.
Slowly.
Finished.
Thank you. So wait, is it? Oh my god, they're seriously... Okay, well that's a bit of a failure on the part of the game developers. So if I were to quick save here real fast, and then I were to say, put Adir right here in the doorway, turn his AI off for a second, and then I were to say, grab Aloth, and then just... Yeah. Oh wow, this guy is really dumb. Oh, he immediately knocked him over. Oh wow, the doorman's actually pretty badass. Hot damn. Alright, doorman, you got a little bit of respect from me. You actually knocked Adir on his ass and did an AoE that hit all of us. Well done. Yeah, true, first line of defense. Hello, Mr. Abracondominal. Ooh, you have a big old poleaxe. Okay, Pelagina on here. Adir over here. Then we're gonna set up
What?
Endurance over here. Yeah. Me on this side. Mother over here. Go ahead and just smite. There we go. That activated all of them. Nope, no. Attack, attack, attack.
What?
Endurance, go ahead and drop the blessing. Adir, go ahead and attack him. Actually, that one has a ranged weapon, so hold on. And go ahead and cast that. There we go. Oh dear, here they come. Let me see here. Where is it? Chillfog. Right there. There we go. That'll help with that. You guys go after the Dominal Servant.
Hi.
Go after them. Oh, they're already dead. Alright, going after this one now. Alright, Grieving Mother on this side. Don't let the ice touch you. Adir, go ahead and knock them over. Go ahead and paralyze and paralyze. Oh, jeez, the guy got up from Adir knocking him over and immediately took a face full of buckshot from Torrance's shotgun. Oh, the addition of blunderbusses in a fantasy game is totally worth it. Oh, that was glorious. The dude stood up and Durance immediately blew his goddamn head off. Pistol, rapier, and a whole bunch of other shit. Oh, let's also go ahead and drop these off. Well, House Dominal has been definitively dealt with, I think. I really hope the ending slide for them is just like House Dominal was finally and utterly destroyed. Well, we may as well clear out the remainder, I guess. Oh, hi, guys. Oh, yes, I will be working my way up there.
Let's go.
All that political influence, all that economic influence, surviving the Adiran War, surviving the War of the Black Trees, and you dipshits decided to piss me off one too many times, and now I'm just gonna waltz through your manor, and no one is going to come and help you, because nobody likes you. Oh, I mean, I'll give your servants this. I don't know why they're so fanatically devoted that the basic servants are willing to do this, but okay. We'll just take that. We'll unlock that. Thanks for the money. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the lockpicks. Ow! Shot Aloth. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Son of a bitch, you shot Aloth. There we go. Finish him off. Oh, it ported a deer in silk.
Finished.
Hey, Adair, or, not Adair, fucking Aloth, if we buy this place, will you stop complaining about our fashion sense and aesthetics? No, 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 no. My dude, you are all alone. This was not a good idea. Yep, nothing from them. I really don't care what the descriptions are. I'm just seeing the artist seems to spend more time on the signature A Domino. Oh, good. We killed that guy, so we don't have to worry about that. Sup, everybody? You know what? I'm getting sick and tired of you doing that.
Huh?
Please move forward. Please cast the spell. Thank you. Now focus on them. If you would be so kind, go ahead and paralyze him. Thank you. Alright, go after that one. Nope. Stop it. Nope, it doesn't matter that you have a healing spell. There we go. Also, how well do you think you're going to find mercenaries once they've learned that I've literally destroyed your entire military force? Hello. Oh, hello. We actually have some bodyguards now. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just hold the phone here. Hold the phone. Pelagina set up there. Go ahead and give me a paralyzed spell on him.
Your thoughts must flow
Go ahead and give me a
deep.
paralyzed spell on him.
Yes.
And Aloth, if you'd be so kind, please drop a raw AoE damage spell right on top of them. Thank you.
Huh?
Go ahead and attack. There we go. Pelagina, attack the wizard. Grieving Mother, attack the wizard. Thank you. Hold back, Grieving Mother. Oh, would you look at that? Quest failed, changing the guard. I wonder what they were going to do. Aloth, if you'd be so kind, go ahead and give me a ranged shot on him. And we will also go ahead and do that. And he's down. Wait for that spell to dissipate. Yep. Everything must go, Kato. Everything must go. And by that, I mean the entirety of the Dominal family. Ooh, look at that. Nice. A ring of protection. 2 rings of protection. We'll take a look at those in a second. Drop those off. Anything exceptional leather armor. Ooh. Ooh, I might have to take a look at that. Fine leather armor. Pistol, an exceptional rapier. Ooh, nice. You've never done this before? I mean, why not? Assholes gonna be assholes. I'm gonna get rid of them. Go ahead and give that to him. Anything we can do in here? Oh no, it's just a fancy grimoire. Nothing of any actual value spell-wise. Yes, the rapier would be quite nice for him as a backup weapon. Ooh, it even looks kind of cool. To be fair, it is a fast weapon. I could use that in place of... Nah, the predatory and the grazes to hits are better. So we'll just keep him with his sidearm right there. That would be a slight reduction in my recovery speed, but an even higher damage resistance. We would lose out on the 2 to survival, though. Also, crush 10, pierce 10. Okay, so it's equal to it anyways against most of the damage types that matter. If that's the case, maybe... it would be better than Aloth's. It'd be quite a bit better than hers without losing too much. You're right, Haravius could use it. We'll just hold on to it for now, then. We'll just hold on to it for now. Oh, he's already got a +9 ring of protection. Okay, okay, okay. That's the case. Nope, we want to keep the resolve. We want to keep the deflection. We can go ahead and give her that. Drop that off. And we'll go ahead and give her, because she likes getting hit by enemy like control spells quite a bit. So giving her a little bit more of a bonus there would be nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we can find in here. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Okay, oh,
I'll get it open.
fucking hell.
Finished.
Oh, fuck you, game. Ooh, a diamond. Names fill the scroll from top to bottom. Next to each is a payment amount. Yeah, well, it sucks to be you guys. Yeah, that would be a good armor for Heravius, wouldn't it? Did we already look in here? Yeah, we already looked in there. What else have we got in here? Who else is left? Your boss is dead. I don't... Seriously, dude, you're running at us with nothing. It was a horrible idea. Why did you think that was a good idea? Also, they put that in his inventory for some reason. Some basic stuff there. The many pillows are fluffy and full with down. Whoever sleeps here must sleep soundly indeed.
Finished.
Oh, wow. You put a lock on a padded armor and an acorn helm.
Right.
Whoopie fucking do. Oh, there was one more.
I'm ready.
Just let me set up here. Adair, please block them if you would, please. There we go. You could do me a favor and just paralyze them and paralyze them. Oh, son of a bitch actually managed to do that.
How may I
Alright, that's
help?
fine. We're gonna be resting here soon anyways. Aloth, if you would be so kind, please. Give me a 1. Give me a 2. And now we can finish this guy off. Okay, Adair, get out of the way because you're useless right there. There we go. Everybody into the room. She had a stiletto, and that's about it.
Keeping an eye out.
Well, I do believe that was everything. House Dominal is officially bust. Stop putting things in other people's inventory. I didn't... There we go. Alright. House Dominal is gone. If there's any survivors, they should keep their heads down, because I'm done with this shit. I wonder if anybody will thank me for this. Maybe not openly. I did just technically murder like 24 people. But Your Honor, they had repeatedly sent assassins after me. They attacked my ogre. Oh right, we need to go talk to the knights. Oh, that was a nice little murder fest. I haven't done that in a long time in an RPG. Oh, I'm stretching. I have not done that in a while in RPG. Some people deserve it. House Domino deserved it. I hope we get a whole ending slide about how their family fades into obscurity because they decided to piss me off. And no, Tenwin, that's not asking for confirmation. We'll find out when we get to the end of the game. Oh, that felt good. That felt cathartic. Commander Cleaver! I understand that the Crucible Knights are attending the Animancy hearings at the
Indeed.
palace.
Duke Avar looks to the knights for prudent counsel as well as defense. I suspect our future as a city and a nation will depend in no small part on how we handle this matter.
I mean, to be fair, we read their history. They've openly admitted, like, yeah, they run assassins, they smuggle goods, they kill their opposition, they purposely set up people to take the fall for them. These are not nice people. And if the Crucible Knights, who are literally next door to them, have not found out a way to deal with them, then I'm going to deal with them. We can have we're a lawful good cipher, but we can have a little bit of chaotic good as a treat. And what do you think about Animancy? Well, despite what happened with the Forge Knights, the Animancy merits further study. There's much yet that the Animancers could do to cure various soul maladies, strengthen the essence, Perhaps even ameliorate the effects of the legacy. He scratches his chin. We won't know until we try, and we can't afford to sit on our hands while our rivals watch us grow weak. What have you heard about the hearings? He gives a frown. They're progressing far slower than I'd like. The dozens raise a ruckus, and never anyone so much as mentions animancy, and the Dominals are obfuscating matters on purpose. Nevertheless, I'm confident Avar will see Well, funny thing about that, you won't have to worry about the Dominals right now. That's for sure. Oh. I need an audience with Duke Avar. I'd like to attend the hearings. And we'll be glad to have you with us. Avar will no doubt find your presence persuasive. And we'll need all possible support to see that he gives Animancy a fair chance. Indeed. Alright, now I'm guessing return to Brackenbury, speak to Lady Webb about attending the hearings. Okie dokie. Should also probably swing by the inn and sell off all this junk that we've just picked up from the Dominals. We can hold off on that. We still got a lot of time. We can hold off. I don't want to waste time selling shit if I don't have to avoid it. We've only got an hour left. Up the stairs. Lady Webb, a certain rival of yours is currently dead in the ground along with most of his family. Don't mind me. I'm just kind of happy about this. Also, yeah, Lord Sidrock was there. We dealt with that. Did we... Nope, that's still going. Huh, weird. No wonder what other event popped up.
How fares your search?
Lady Webb, if I'm going to do this for you, and I am on your side, what else do you know about Theos?
I've told you everything you need to know.
But not everything you know.
It's only right that you know everything. When I was younger, before Dunreed Row, I had many suitors. These were fine-looking men of good stock, but I could see their thoughts, and they were unimpressive. Boys' thoughts. I toyed with their affections. I resented all of them.
Yeah. I could see how, regardless of gender, being a cipher trying to find romance or love is probably, yeah, difficult at the best of times. Would most likely become sociopath, especially from the sound of it. Lady Webb was dealing with people who were very inauthentic, and I have to imagine seeing into people's minds and seeing just how, well, quite frankly, how dull at best and outright manipulative at worst many people can be, would cause most ciphers to either become total recluses or, yes, to start becoming a bit sociopathic in their thinkings.
And then I met a man whose mind was a mystery to me. But he understood me. He knew me at a glance, told me things I didn't know about myself. He was neither handsome nor charming, but he was all I ever wanted.
You're speaking, of course, of Theos.
We made a game of my gift. He would ask me about people, and I would tell him what they were thinking. Sometimes the information was very sensitive. And then one day he asked me if I trusted him. I said I did. Next I knew I was donning a silver mask and swearing oaths to Woodica. Using my gift for the leaden key still felt like a game to me, so I did it. I did it because it pleased him.
What happens when the master manipulator gets out-master manipulated, basically? I'm guessing that this relationship didn't last.
I don't like living in the dark. It's a powerless, hopeless feeling. Every day I did things without knowing their purpose. Every day I loved a man without knowing his thoughts of me. I sensed that there were things he wanted to tell me. I sensed that he knew everything the Leaden Key was created to hide. But Theos was unyielding. One day I disappeared without a word. He would kill me for it, and I knew that. It's their rule. I just wanted to see him plunge the knife, because then I would know. But the day never came. He has left me to wonder. I have devoted my years to learning everything I could about him, in hopes I would find some clue as to who he really was, and why he felt he had to keep his secrets locked away. I have precious little to show for it. Just an old woman nagged by old thoughts. And that is truly everything I can tell you about Theos. I hope you will accept this embarrassing story as a show of my good faith.
Fair enough, fair enough. We all make mistakes in our youth. You just happen to get roped into a cult. But on you to get out. And yes, it is interesting given how thorough Theos has been that he didn't openly do something about Webb leaving. Something we'll have to keep in mind when we encounter the man. We need to discuss the Animancy hearings. The Knights of the Crucible have accepted me into their delegation.
Avar Wolfgren looks to the Crucible Knights as a voice of reason and order. Speaking from their section should lend you credibility with him. You need waste no more time here. Get to the palace. Make your case to the Duke. With him on our side, all of Deerwood can be mobilized against the Leaden Key, and Theos can be rooted out. I only wish I could be there to see it. There is a very old bottle of a very good brandy that I have been saving for a special day. If you hurry back afterward, there may be a little left for you. Off with you. You're going to do very well in there.
Okay, that last line has me getting all sorts of alarm bells ringing in my head that something horrible is going to happen once we get it, after the Animancy hearings. That is just the Chekhov's gun of statements. You're going to do very well in there. I've got a good feeling about this. Oh my god, lady, you're jinxing us. We are all going to die. Shut up. I really should rest before we go in there, just in case. I want everybody's spells rested up. I want everything ready. Oh, wrong way. Keep forgetting the Dominoes have this section to themselves. And it doesn't connect up here. There we go. Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, that'll be our first renovation. Remove the stupid little fence that keeps you from walking from one side of that road to the other.
Greetings.
Let me see your rooms. 2 intellect, 10 will. Yep, let's do with that. What the? Lord Sidrock has been kidnapped. 2,500 copper. Send a rescue. Send, Sagani. And since we're here...
Hello.
Let's just go ahead and... Yeah, let's get rid of the... At least, let's get rid of the basic shit that we don't need. Oh god, I forgot all about those Ingwithan shields. Oh, interesting. You've never seen it either? Keep the clothing. I like having the options to maybe enchant those later. Oh my god, so many hats. Sell off the traps. And that should be everything. Didn't we have a... thought there was a grimoire left. No, 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 don't close that. We don't want to do this all over again. There we go. All right. Inventory suitably listened. You played this game for 400 hours, never seen the kidnap? Then I got no clue, dude, because we handled that Lord Sirach thing, and he was still just hanging out at our fortress for a bit, and now all of a sudden he's been kidnapped. No, I don't got a clue. Also, I should have just, yeah, I should have just walked out to that side. Oh, well, we're already here. All right, back over to First Fires. Time to go attend the Animancy hearings and probably have to debate the dozens on how dangerous. Well, to be fair,
just because you follow the goddess of fire doesn't mean you need to literally consume everything you come across.
The fire is a favor I grant to those I meet. It makes them stronger, or it ends them mercifully if not.
The remaining unemptied beer steins of the Deerwood quake in fear.
I was having to contemplate that for a moment. I really, that is one thing. The companions are kind of your only indication that Durance, when he's not talking to you, is just a total menace. He's constantly drinking. He's constantly whoring. Like, he's just doing all this stuff. I feel like there needs to be a little bit more of that, because if you didn't have those constant conversations, you wouldn't be able to tell that from Durance. You would just seem like a crazy old man. What point was I trying to make? Oh, right. The dozens. Hopefully we'll be able to convince them to side with us somewhat, since their whole thing is that they believe Animancy is responsible for the legacy in some way. But if we can definitively prove to them that we know what is causing it, we should at least be able to sway some of their numbers. At the very least, the ones that are actually legitimate in their belief in supporting Deerwood. The ones who are in this for a power grab, we're probably going to have to deal with a different way, more than likely. Oh, right. No, the Ducal Palace section that we want is over here, right? Palace is reserved for you on the balcony. Go to the upper floor. Okay. I don't think we've even been to the upper floor yet. Oh, that was not the upper floor. I thought that was a fucking door upwards. I'm an idiot. Upper floor. Upper floor. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. The room below is animated amidst a heated debate. All the representative groups are easily discerned in the crowd. Crucible Knights, stiff in their noisy armor, sit in one section. In another are the remaining well-dressed members of House Dominal, casual, watching with the Predator's interests. Still elsewhere, the ramshackle members of the Dozen, who have made no special effort to dress up for their liege lord. Interspersed are several animancers in their academics' robes, with expressions either sour or concerned.
Answer me this, Master Barash. If you animancers represent our best hope to cure the legacy, what progress can you demonstrate?
At the back of the chamber sits the Duke himself, sprawled upon his throne, worn down, but alert and feisty nonetheless.
Emir de Barask is originally from Palminia. He's one of the finest minds in Animancy to come out of the Valian Republics. He left for Defiance Bay 5 years ago, because he believed this was the true heart of Animancy research.
Pelagina leans in for a whisper. Her words and the way she looks at her countrymen, you sense both pride and a mild sense of frustration. Well, yeah, I'd imagine given Pelagina's loyalty to the Republics, hearing that they are no longer considered the head of Animancy research is something that strikes her at a bit of a pride point.
As I've said, it isn't about progress, it's about potential.
Okay, dude, we're on what, year 15 of the legacy? That is not what people want to hear. That is not how you'd want to phrase that.
My house would agree, Your Grace. We see great potential in its future.
Ah, so you're another doll. You actually have the name. Oh, okay. I'm going to keep an eye on you.
And I suppose your blazing profits during the legacy don't have nothing to do with that, do they, Dominel? You can't have it both ways no more. Animancy goes, or this country goes.
True. I mean, it's not like we left any survivors.
So you admit, Master Barask, that Animancy is no closer to stopping the legacy than it ever was.
Oh, this is not helping.
No, we've had many promising experiments. Cadman Azo has shown...
Cadman Azo murdered a child. For a complete failure. We should be hanging him right now for what he done. The Dozens won't stand for it.
The experiment failed, yes, but his work...
His work was sabotaged.
Ah, our new delegate from the Knights of the Crucible. What makes you say sabotage?
All at once, the attendees turn their faces towards you on the balcony, a mishmash of judgment and incredulity. Only the Duke, a wild-looking man with a scraggly beard, seems unfazed by your interruptions. I met a false patient at the Brackenbury Sanitarium, who I was able to extract information from and admit that they had tampered with Alzo's machinery on purpose in order to sabotage the experiment.
The fuck's that even matter? These are people who would toy with the lives of our children.
Shut up, Morley.
Indeed. Even assuming there was sabotage, is this Animancer Azo not still accountable here?
The experiment itself was not intended to cause harm in any ways. If anything, he'd be guilty of manslaughter, but that's not what the Dozens want. They want him on trial for murder. Guess what? Going by that, he is innocent because he did not commit a murder. Those around me know to be fair in judgment. Caedmon Azo should be held innocent. If you really need to bring him to trial, it should be under the charges of manslaughter. It was an accident. It was not intended to be what happened from his experiment. And indeed, had his experiment succeeded, there might have been a chance for more progress towards curing the legacy.
Horseshit! These Animancers can't be trusted! Look at what happened in Heritage Hill! Our supposed protectors from Crucible Keep can't even clean up the messes Animancy leaves!
Your Grace, we'd have a much easier time of it if our knights weren't so occupied trying to keep their organization from igniting a revolution on our very doorstep.
Heritage Hill is blood on your hands, Justicia! You turn a blind eye and look what happens!
I have been to Heritage Hill since the quarantine. Though the knights were unable to control the damage, it was not Animancy, but an ancient machine that caused it. Nah, I don't like that one. The Crucible Knights are blameless here. This was not the workings of Animancy, but an ancient device situated in the Tower of Tir Nuin.
You've some strange taste in travels, friend. The height of your tales expands with every breath.
My word is my oath, my Duke. I challenge anyone here to find someone who knows different.
I had heard whispers of a new delegate set to attend today's hearing. I admit that your candor was mentioned more than once. Tell us what you saw in Heritage Hill.
The Tower of Tir Nuin houses an Engwithan machine at its very top, designed to hold dominion over the flow of souls. It was this machine that caused the residents of the district to rise in undeath.
Even if it is as you say, we have testimony that a group of Animancers had been spending time there. Surely their tinkering had something to do with this.
Housed not anymore. Yeah. That should also come into play. We did blow it up. Their presence doesn't prove cause. This testimony is not evidence. It is merely a guess.
Animancy has many enemies. You need only look around this room to see it.
You're missing the point! Everywhere there's Animancers, there's disaster!
Okay, Morley, come on. Correlation does not equal causation. I could easily point out that it's the other way around. Wherever there's a disaster, the Animancers start showing up because they feel that they're the only ways to fix it. Now, that's an entirely separate issue. A lot of Animancers have a vastly overinflated ego and opinion of themselves. A pride is massively an issue among Animancers. There's no doubt about that. But again, correlation, not causation. Moving on.
We all know what Widewind's legacy's really about. And it ain't about some sparkling saint from Creed Ceres who's mad because he took a stroll down the wrong bridge.
Okay, Morley, now you're just sounding like an idiot. Everyone who dies drank water, therefore water must be deadly. I remember a science teacher of mine back in middle school made that joke, but he called it, we were learning chemical bonds at the time, so we weren't very well read on how chemistry works. And he was calling it dihydrogen monoxide, H2O, dihydrogen monoxide. But when you read it like that, it suddenly your brain doesn't think of it as water. And it was very easy for him to get people to be like, wow, this stuff sounds dangerous. What should we do? We should do something about that. He's just like, yes, so you want to ban water. And that was usually when everyone realized what it meant. This is a good little lesson on how to figure out how to read chemistry stuff. And then phrase the right way. It sounds like, yeah, dihydrogen monoxide. Yeah, it sounds bad. Ah, wrong bridge indeed.
It's about a bunch of so-called intellectuals fucking with the natural order while the rest of us gotta suffer for it.
Is it, though? Should we not take the time to reach a clear conclusion? I mean, what proof do we have?
Dirla, you sound like you're siding with me, but from what I'm hearing is someone who just wants to watch these two factions at each other's throats in order to gain power. I can't wait for you to go home and find out what I did to your palace.
My son and daughter are buried beneath the floor of my house. We don't own no land, so that's where we lay them. My son, my wife let him slip when she was bathing him. Got water in his lungs he couldn't cough up. My daughter, we put her to bed one night, and the next morning she wasn't breathing. This Hollowborn thing, it ain't ending. And it ain't ending because we still let these charlatans play God. There's your proof, you damn copper fucker.
Yeah, thank you for the appeal to emotion, Morley. I'm sorry about your loss, but your loss isn't even related to the Hollowborn thing. Like, I get it. It's bad. You have my sympathies. You do. You're wrong.
Enough, Adric. Lady Dominel makes a point. If it's animancy, then why do the other states that permit the practice not suffer the same fate? Who among us can say he truly understands why the legacy has taken hold here?
The grieving mother reaches toward your mind with hers. Bring order to the chaos here. I'm working on it, and no, I will not manipulate their minds in order to do it. Before you ask. Thank you. The crowd begins to mutter, the sound taking on a doubtful character. Right idea, Watcher, taking this hearing by the curly ones. Don't waste your chance. Grieving Mother tempted to mind control everyone. I mean, as a cipher, I think that's something you just kind of have to come to terms with. I can mentally manipulate people. Boy, this is a dangerous power that could be horribly abused. I should maybe think twice before I do something with this. The problem is, it seems like half the ciphers in the world didn't even bother getting to that point. We have evidence that Widewind's legacy is the creation of the cult of the Leaden Key. Caedmon Azo's downfall was their work. Their saboteur worked on the tower in Heritage Hill. They want you to do this. They want animancy out. The dull muttering expands into a dim of skepticism that fills the halls. I have seen the ruins of Aer Glanfath. I have seen their cultist operating machinery that disrupts and redirects the flow of souls. Near the towns of Gilded Vale and Deerford, where the legacy is universal. As a watcher, I have heard their dead confess their plot. They are purposely stealing the souls of the unborn.
Beasts. Another lunatic at the hearing. Did you remember to lock your sanitarium before you left, Master Barask?
You're one of the representatives from the Crucible Knight, bitch. Shut the fuck up. I'm here to help you. I've been helping you. Sit down. Oh, good. There's an answer that is literally that. You shame your order by dismissing the truth before even hearing it, madam. I expected better from a Knight of the Crucible.
You must know, friend, that the Leaden Key is a mantle for small-time ruffians and children at play. I'm not saying you're a liar. Not yet. But you'd better start making sense of all this. Help us believe you.
Jesus, deceptive and clever. We can just go whole hog on just making shit up. If you all know anything about me, you know this, that I have been called many things, but never a liar. An honest witness, and I am a witness, as is every member of my party gathered here today, is the best piece of evidence you have in this matter.
The only piece of evidence.
The only piece of
I
evidence
was really
that
trying to
doesn't
help
send
you,
your
buddy.
kind to the gallows, you mean?
First off, I'm trying to help you. Shut up. Secondly, Morley, you continue to contribute nothing to this conversation. Also, shut up.
You've made an unexpected case, friend. I'll say that much. It seems we have a new possibility to consider, at the very least. How was it you came to learn all this?
The Knights are still the best choice for maintaining stability right now, so I'll throw them a bone, despite the actions of their dipshit representative over here. The Knights of the Crucible, and the resources I acquired in my aid of them, were instrumental in assisting with this investigation.
I'm impressed the Knights seized such an unlikely opportunity to find an end to all of this. But these hearings are about more than Widewind's legacy, even though that is our most pressing concern. Let's say for the moment that I were to take you at your word that our friends in Brackenbury Sanitarium and their peers bear no responsibility for this curse upon my country. I'm curious, what would you do if you were in my position?
Okay, well, 4 and 5 are right out. I'm not in favor of just letting them run rampant. That kind of leaves 2 and 3, but 2 could be interpreted as too close to 1 or something else. Restricted and controlled is not the language I would use. Monitored might be a better choice. The practice should be monitored. There should be external members who keep an eye on the Animancers and who the Animancers can use to report things should one of their fellows be, you know, a necromancer who kills people and steals their souls. Shit like that, you know. It is right in the middle. But if this really is the argument of how Animancy is going to end up towards the end of the game, obviously I don't want 1 or 5 because those are the extreme ends. 4 is just straight up not true at this point. So that really just leaves 2 and 3. Animancy should be continued to be studied in the Deerwood. If you don't, someone else will, and they will wield great power over you. So long as the Animancers continue to practice in the open and in public, they can be kept an eye on. If you force them underground, many of them will simply revert to more heinous practices to continue their studies. Her face still, Pelagina looks your way and nods in approval. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Like, she gets it. Like, you don't give them free reign, but you also don't crack down on them so tightly. You just need a more guiding hand. I can't imagine Aloth's going to be very happy about this. He's much more in favor of control. Yeah, Aloth shakes his head. Animancers serve their own ambition and their own purpose. Giving them this much power is like setting a child loose in an armory. Aloth, I feel like we haven't gotten to the full depths of your problems with Animancers at this point. Although, to be fair, you are a Deeran, so your culture has way more of a negative bias against this. I do not trust these Animancers. They seek first gain and glory. But if they can heal the children, I would not hinder them.
That is all I wish to hear. Not just from you, but from everyone. Many days we've been at this. It is time we put it to rest. I want to thank the delegations for helping me collect my thoughts. And our new delegate, who has warned us of a new possibility that must be looked into.
More
The
reputation.
time has come to choose a direction for the Deerwood. I am ready to make my pronouncement.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ramir D. Barash, representing the interests of Animancers in Deerwood, step forward.
Still expecting something
Your Grace.
horrible to happen. Oh, fuck. Oh, god damn it.
It occurs to me now that my concerns about Animancy
Oh,
may
you
not
have
outweigh
gotta
its
be
value.
shitting me.
Forgive me, Your Grace. We will accept no judgment but our own.
You have gotta be
What's he
fucking
doing?
kidding me. Oh.
No!
Oh, everything has gone wrong.
Wait!
Stop this at once!
And now you son of a bitch, get back here.
I've given you every chance to end this pursuit. Shall I end it for you? Another time. I am already late.
Ow. The words, "Shall I end it for you," ring in your ears. You find yourself gasping for breath, struggling to keep your own balance. You drop to a knee and watch as Theos hurries out of the building. The world dims around you, the screams and clashing of weapons fading to silence. All that remains are the words, "Shall I end it for you?"
Shall I end it for you?
Must be hard to sleep with those horns. Yeah, I imagine you have to prop your head up with a lot of pillows. Theos stands at a pulpit, high above an assembly of robed onlookers, you among them clustered around a wide circular pit carved of stone. He addresses a woman bound backwards over a large iron wheel overlooking a great stone maw. Many of the woman's fingers and toes have already been severed. The bottoms of her feet are charred black. The skin on one side of her face like a melted candle, black and red and seeping. And the angle of her back suggests a spine in utter ruin. Yet for all that, her expression betrays little of her anguish.
I am already at peace, Grand Inquisitor. Are you?
Her eyes are barely open, and her words come between strangled, unsteady breaths. But they are steady. They are unbroken.
So be it. If you desire no end, you shall have none. I find you guilty of heresy. May the eternal prison bar your soul from passage, for it is beyond redemption.
He nods to a hooded attendant who begins untying her from the wheel. Also, gotta give props to Theos' voice actor. I think he's doing one of the best jobs we've seen in the game so far. Ooh, Dominion of the Sleepers. You open your eyes to the beamed ceiling of the palace's grand entry hall. The clangs of metal striking metal waft in from outside, alongside the cries of the injured as you stagger to your feet. Theos is gone. Aloth hovers over you, worry etched upon his face. Giovanni, we have got to get out of here fast. His eyes dart to the hall. Off to one side, you can hear the clinking rustle of chainmail. You look over to see a wounded guard slumped against the wall. He is trying to say something, seemingly directed at you, but at first it's too faint to hear. Gathers his breath and manages to rasp out a few words.
Lady Webb, she's the only. She needs to be told. She'll know what to do. Find her. You have to tell her everything.
The guard passes out, sliding to the floor. Still. Well, fucking A. You got anything to say? Oh, don't go out there, there's rioting in the streets? Shit. Okay, we'll try the side entrance then. Well, nobody's around to watch us grab this, so, thanks for the shit. Up. Everything's going to crap. The dozens are rioting. I almost feel like we should have killed some of the dozens before this went down. Oh, dear God. Okay, so we can't get out that way. We can't go out those ways. We can only head towards Brackenbury. Oh boy, everything's going to hell. Yep, the guards are under attack. The mercenaries are dying. Oh shit. No. Stop. Do not lynch this man. Can we not do anything about this? Stop it. Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Sure.
Fuck me. Alright, run. This isn't good. Oh, boy. Okay, well, there's no point. We can't just make a run for it. The sooner we get to Webb, the better. Oh, Animancer's boots. Jolting touch, 3 times per rest, 3 damage reduction. Oh, why are we only... And they're burning the sanitarium to the ground. You fucking idiots. Oh, good God. Okay, good. Not everybody's lost their fucking minds.
Good day to you.
You were the one who spoke at the hearing. Aren't you with the dozens? I was. But the things I heard at the hearing today, I had it all backwards. If it was good enough for the Duke, it's good enough for me. I don't care if an Animancer did kill him. It doesn't mean we gotta hold them all responsible. This isn't what we're supposed to be about.
He gestures at the flames behind him. What were you just doing?
I managed to get a few Animancers out of the building through the back. Most of them didn't make it through.
I need to go. Get yourselves to safety, now. Wonder if they let the patients out. I mean, knowing how mobs work? No. Oh, fuck. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, they don't need it anymore. Yeah, Theos was ready for us. He was ready and waiting.
Secrets whisper here. I shall listen for them.
Jesus Christ, he tore through these poor bastards. I mean, I knew that we were getting, like things were going too well. Like, I knew something was gonna happen. I wasn't expecting literally all of our allies to get brutally murdered. I was expecting some of our allies to get brutally murdered, but not all of our allies to get brutally murdered. We murdered a potential ally. The Dominals, you can't convince me that they would have been on the up and up with regards to this. Yeah, they... Well, Lady Webb, you were wondering what had happened when he finally decided to come for you. I guess we know now. Son of a bitch. Also, really nice work on the music. This is haunting. Son of a bitch. Oh. Yep. Lady Webb lies still upon her bed, an ornate cushion propping her back upright. The blood pooled beneath a gash in her chest, tacky and nearly dry. A shattered glass rests on the floor beneath her dangling hand. But you can feel a faint aura of her fading essence in your kin. Reach out. You make contact, and are immersed in a torrent of sensory imagery and experience. When it calms, you are in the same room, lying in the same bed, with a glass of brandy in your hand. Through the walls from the streets outside come the sound of screams, shattering glass, the cacophony of an angry mob. You take a sip. It warms your gullet. Across the room, the door opens behind a patient, steady push. Into the room walks Theos, the floorboards creaking beneath deliberate steps. You wait until the last of the brandy has trickled down your throat before you speak.
I was a fool to think I could tame these people.
You came closer than most.
A fine epitaph.
No worse than any.
He must have felt something for her still, because he's treating her with a hell of a lot more respect than he's treated anybody else we've seen so far. You are concentrating, focusing with all your energy. It feels as though you're driving into a stone wall with your fists over and over. But it cracks suddenly, unexpectedly, allowing the vaguest wisp of a thought to leak through.
What's in Twin Elms?
Did you pull that from my thoughts?
I've had time to practice.
Ah.
He walks over to the small table, raises a half-empty brandy bottle to eye level. He seems to approve of the selection and begins to reach for an empty glass.
I was saving that for someone.
Pity. You know this is how it has to be.
He replaces the brandy bottle on the table with care before approaching the bedside. He sits on the edge of the bed next to you. His words come freely, absent of all doubt. He draws a long, curved knife from his belt, smeared with fresh blood. With his left hand, he gently pins your sternum as he raises the knife in the other, its point dangling above your heart.
Prove it.
Theos slips the knife between your ribs and pushes it all the way through. Layers of tissue separate with brittle, papery stiffness, and blood wells up quickly around the blade. A pulse of reflex causes you to drop the glass and you hear it shatter. With the last of your strength, you take his knife hand in both of yours, a question radiant in your mind. For a brief instant, to your great surprise, the pathway to his mind is open completely, unguarded, and the answers come. Simple, cataclysmic in its reordering of your thoughts. As Lady Webb, you feel as though you have an answer that you've searched for all your life. But in your own mind, her understanding lies just beyond your reach. You look at Theos with the wide eyes of someone seeing for the first time, and draw your last breath as a black, velvety darkness descends upon you.
Smoke rises above the city walls in billowing plumes that blacken the sky like a storm. Behind the walls, the riots rage on. Known patrons of Animancy are forced into hiding as looters ransack their estates and make off with their possessions. Animancers are torn away from their families and dragged from their homes to be stoned to death in the streets. Word had spread immediately that Duke Avar had been assassinated, and that an Animancer was to blame. The city wasted little time in exacting revenge, and little effort into evaluating guilt. In the center of it all, Brackenbury Sanitarium burned. And down the lane, Hodred House, the last bastion of stability in the Deerwood, had fallen silent. Now safely outside the city gate, your path points eastward to Twin Elms, where Theos is bound, for reasons that remain mysterious as the Leaden Key itself.
Yep, that was Act 2. So that's why you asked me how I liked Defiance Bay, because you knew everything was about to go to shit in there, didn't you? Yep, there's nothing we can do there. Travel to Twin Elms. Rude, Pelagina. Yep. Adra Arch. Siege of Crackhold, the Endless Pass, Gate Nua, Endurance. Yep. Didn't make it to Act 2 until after Act 5? Say what? How did you manage that, Dre? And welcome. First time chat. Welcome. You can't re-enter the city for a while? Ah, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, everything's gone to shit. Well, if we're going to be traveling to Twin Elms, I definitely want Haravius with me. As you cross the bridge, Aloth draws up beside you. The fires of Defiance Bay cast a shivering, flickering light across one half of his face. The other remains in darkness.
Please stop. I need to tell you something.
This is getting old, Aloth. Switching in Sagani as well. Also, you should start considering when you will do the DLC. Ah, I will keep that in mind, Tenwin. He closes his eyes. I will not beg your indulgence again. And if after hearing me you wish me to leave, you need only say the word. Aloth, I swear to God, if you're about to reveal that you're a cultist of the Leaden Key, I'm going to be very upset.
I have not been entirely honest about my motives for traveling with you up to this point. When I finished my training in Adir, I was introduced to an organization. All I knew was that they were opposed to the unchecked spread of Animancy, and that they could guarantee me postings far away from the Seathwood my father and his Earl. At that time, it was enough.
Aloth, please, dude.
In the early years, I thought of them as many things. Hooded men, prudent teachers, the Leaden Key. Their rules were strict, but their guidance was clear. I sincerely believe they wanted to keep Kith from the folly of their own foolish ambitions. I came to the Deerwood a little over a year ago. My orders were to gather information on Animancy in the region.
Dre, I'm sure you can fix him, but in regards to this conversation, Eder, congratulations, you are no longer the dumbest member of the party. I know, you're shocked, and you're probably annoyed that I called you that, but it's fairly true. Haravius can attest to it. Aloth, congratulations, here is your dunce cap. You will be wearing it for the rest of the campaign. Jesus, son of a fuck.
A senior contact met with me every few months to receive my reports and issue new leads. She sent me to Gilded Vale to keep an eye on events surrounding the local lord, but I lost track of her shortly after that. I don't know if she was reassigned, killed, or sacrificed the way you saw. At the time you met me, I'd been on my own for a couple of months.
You knew I was coming.
I couldn't have. I'd been out of contact with my superiors for months. I needed some kind of direction. And after that scrape with the locals, I was ready to get out of town. But then you mentioned the hooded figures in the machine, and I was sure you were on the trail of the Leaden Key.
Aloth, my buddy, my dude. Fuck's sake. Like, I don't agree with you that Animancy should be totally locked down, but I'm also not in favor of just letting them run rampant. I thought I made that clear. And yet here you are, just, oh my god.
And I was correct in a way. What we found wasn't what I expected. I knew the Leaden Key was trying to stop Animancy, but I didn't realize how far they'd gone. Murder, sabotage, abandoning entire districts to shambling horrors. And now the whole city is up in flames.
I mean, I don't got words. I don't know. It seems like the Leaden Key has never been on the up and up, so I don't understand why you would not look at least somewhat into the history of the organization that you're joining.
I'm still not sure about Animancy, but I know I've been following the wrong master. Please, accept my apology, and my service. Let me fight with you to stop Theos.
He's lucky he does good DPS. He's also lucky that I do believe him. But let me just give you this one, Aloth. I'm just going to give you this one piece of advice. I'm usually a nice guy. I like the diplomacy ending. I really try. But you were there when I brutally murdered that noble lord. You were there when we went on a roaring rampage through House Dominal. If you cross me a second time, I will tie a cinder block to your feet and drop you in the ocean.
And what do you really expect us to do with this too-late confession? Trust you on your word?
Failing that, I'll just give you to Pelagina, because I'm pretty sure she's already contemplating about a dozen different ways to kill you. I mean, she kind of has the look where she does that to everyone she meets, but I'm sure in this case, she's thinking about half a dozen ways to do it in very, very personal, very, very horrible manners. Pelagina shakes her feathered head and holds her hand out towards Aloth as though framing him in her view. With all your supposed extra senses, you let this happen? How like a watcher to miss what's right in front of his eyes because he's too busy nancing in the ether. Durance? Either you're saying that you knew about this, in which case I should be questioning you after this as well, or you didn't either, so shut the fuck up. Difference is that people that she looks at in that portrait likes it, but when I give you to her, you won't enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. Huh. I still feel kind of attached even with the betrayal. He's got this way of taking offense that I really like. Tough one. Yes, Ader, you're everyone's friend. I wasn't expecting you to pipe up during this. Honestly, I'm kind of annoyed that I don't have Heravius to show up with this, because I imagine he would be absolutely losing his shit on this. Ader, whatever. Your apology is accepted, but you'll forgive me if I'll be keeping a close eye on you from now on.
Of course. I shall follow your lead.
Now let's go. Okay, I thought you were talking about my pronunciation. That's my bad. Okay, let's head back to Caed Nua for a little bit. Jesus, we're almost done for the day anyways, so in order, I'm assuming to get to Twin Elms we have to go to Stonewall Gorge. We've only got like 7 minutes. He wants the washer wiener. No, we can talk to him real fast.
Say what you want about Dear Woodens, but they haven't met the problem yet they couldn't solve by killing some scapegoats.
He flashes a hollow smile. See, that's what I do like about Adair. He has issues. He is a Deerwooden through and through, but at least he's one of the few who seems to recognize that he has issues. Except when it comes to Orlands, but hey, we're working on that. You fight for people because you see something there that deserves defending. Even more so because somebody you trust sees it too. When you turn around and they do something like this, and the person who made you want to help them is gone. They're doing what they think. Now, I don't like... hold on. You fight for people because you see something that deserves defending. Even more so because someone you trust sees it too. When you turn around and they do something like this, the person who made you want to help them is gone. Oh, he's referring to his faith in Aothas. Okay. Because his faith was very personal to him, and that was what drove him to fight for the Dyrwood in the first place. And now he's turning around and seeing that not only is his god gone, but the people that he thought he was fighting for have really dropped the fucking ball. I mean, you weren't really fighting for all of them, though. Just the ones I like, then. Maybe. Hell, it'd be nice if you got to choose. Tell the lowlights that if you want to die, it wouldn't be for their sorry hides. Never thought I'd find myself missing the hospitality back home. No, I get it, Ader. I get it.
Yeah.
We've only got like 5 minutes before I'm going to have to end stream. Let's just head bound back to Caed Nua for right now. That way I can also do some inventory management before the stream on Sunday.
The stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
Thank you. Someone other than Durance giving us a compliment on this place. Thank you, Grieving Mother. Everyone else in the party right now thinks that I'm talking to myself because they can't see you, but thank you nonetheless. I'll take the small accusations of insanity if it means not listening to Durance passively aggressively bitch every time we come home. What do you have, my good sir? You have a bunch of fine weaponry of every type, and armor of every type, and a torch. Oh, no other survival equipment? No, we don't need another torch right now. We got plenty of those, and we don't need another one. I don't think I've repaired any of the others.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Durance, what the fuck did I just say? Shut up. Your conversations are enlightening and interesting, but this one dialogue line is making me hate you. It is irrational, and I don't care. 600 torches, or are you even prepared? We need 600 torches, we need 53 ropes and grappling hooks, we need 24 sets of hammer and chisels, and at least 1,000 pry bars. What is that Aristotle quote? Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum to swing it on and I can move the world. We're gonna have enough pry bars to move the world. When you reach Twin Elms, if you side with Kolse against Redrick, you'll find a refugee in the local town. Remember how you wondered Kolse would have done if Thane of the Arrow? Well, we never find out. He's initially doing quite well, Pleasant. The only problem is that his and your action made someone very, very mad. It turns out that Redrick, upon dying, was so angrily, boilingly furious and devoted that he rose from the dead as a death guard. He killed Kolsik and took back his lands, and then you have to return and kill him. If you kill him, the Gilded Vale is left without a lord, becoming a lawless land of bandits and brigands. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Wow, so you really can go for the anarchy ending where you just fuck everybody's day up.
I have heard terrible things. I worried you would not return. Is it true that there are riots in Defiance Bay, and that Avar Wolfgren has been slain?
Oh, fucking the Stoic Watcher. Nod. No, we are not doing that. Sint, welcome. Unfortunately, we're wrapping up for the day, but glad to see you were able to drop by. Yes. Yes. And I plan on making Theos pay for everything he's done. I am sure you will, my lord, and much does he deserve. May the gods harry his every step. I am glad above all that you are unharmed. I can only hope that Defiance Bay recovers. How is everything going with the keep? Can we... Hold the phone. Are we still building anything right now? Yes. Finished it 2 hours. Oh, fuck. Really? Okay. Can we go down and talk to the guy we have in our dungeons? Oh, prisoner has an event later. Hello, my jailer.
Well met, friend.
Greetings, my lord. I'm here to maintain the cells for you. Should you take any prisoners in your travel, I shall make sure they are tended to as you see fit. Do you have any instructions for me? What would you like done with these prisoners? I don't need anything. Do not flog them. I don't... Jesus Christ, this game allows you to be monstrously cruel if you really want to. What the hell? Where does that lead? It must lead back outside. Where's... There he is. Hello, jackass. I don't suppose I could convince you to release me out of the kindness of your own heart. Oh, buddy, you are so lucky that I don't just mind control you to hit your head against those bars until you pass out. How about we consider that a fair trade? Goodbye. Oh, that leads further down, doesn't it? Oh, wrong way. Ah, yes. Never mind on that, please. Never mind. I just wanted to see how this looked. I wonder how many other people we can take prisoner. That'll be interesting. Oh, now everybody wants to show up. We're finally getting viewers, and it's time for me to just about finish up. God damn it. Oh, right. General goods merchant. That, some money, and the horribly depressing item. Oh, right. I forgot. I don't think we have anything. We just sold a bunch of shit to him, so yeah. Okay, okay. Let's head back outside. Yeah, we cleared out the big dungeon. We finished up Act 2. We started a riot by accident. We almost convinced the Duke until he got set on fire. And most of the Animancers are dead.
In this place have begun to heal.
Thank you, Grieving Mother. But yes. What is your opinion of the game so far? Well, I've told you, Tenwin. So far, I'm enjoying it immensely. The combat still has some issues that I'm trying to get around. And I think part of that is just because Obsidian really went hard on this whole real-time combat with pause. And it works sometimes, and sometimes it feels like I can't keep up with what's going on. And that's entirely on me. I'm sure there's some people who absolutely know how to just work this game's combat perfectly, and they have no issue with it whatsoever. You love real-time with pause? I mean, it's not bad. It's certainly not bad. I just think it's not my preferred style. Like, there's a reason some fights, when we get around to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, I've done some fights in that game in turn-based mode and some in real-time with pause. And I've waffled back and forth in that game on that. It's usually turn-based, but real-time with pause really does help when you're up against just, like, trash enemies. Like, and you don't want to waste all the time with just constant turn-based nonsense. But the turn-based, I think, also helps keep things a little clearer. I think that might be the main difference, because this game came out a few years before Wrath of the Righteous and Kingmaker did, both of which have real-time with pause as a combat option. And I think Owlcat did a really good job at learning from some of the issues here, mainly with readability. The Secret has a turn-based mode. I would never recommend it. It slows down the game a lot. Yeah, I have heard that in the other Pathfinder games. Oh, and you can't switch between the two. See, that's not very good. Something tells me the people at Owlcat played both of the Pillars of Eternity games and saw the problems with Obsidian's take on real-time with pause. And they addressed that, because I think the system that Owlcat has in Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous works a lot better than here. This is not a knock against Obsidian. I think it's just a matter of Owlcat looked at what Obsidian was doing and innovated off of that. Like, I don't think Owlcat's system would have been as good without Pillars of Eternity and other similar games having this kind of setup beforehand. As I said, we'll see that when we eventually do our Wrath of the Righteous playthrough, which will probably be, who the hell knows at this point. They had reference from the first game. Exactly. Or are you referring to Pillars of Eternity 2? Came out the same year as Kingmaker? Ah, okay. That also might explain the modifications they made with their real-time with pause system and Wrath of the Righteous after Kingmaker. That would make a lot of sense. No, I'm not blaming Obsidian for this. It's not a very common style of gameplay, especially not in CRPGs. Came out the same year, not for Kingmaker, but they could have also learned from it with Wrath of the Righteous, because Wrath of the Righteous does allow you to switch between turn-based and real-time at the drop of a hat with no interruption. And from the sound of it, what you're saying is that if you do that in Pillars, you can't do that in Pillars of Eternity 2. You have to make a choice between real-time with pause or turn-based right from the get-go, and you can't change it after that. There we go. Chapel construction complete. Amazing what yapping for a few minutes does. Now we can set this up. I don't think there's anything else down here that I want. That's just prestige and not very much. The Botanical Garden doesn't do much. The Curio Shop might be useful. The Artificer's Hall is definitely not. Honestly, we should probably further increase our security. We'll go ahead and start working on the southern curtain wall. Well, of course I want all of them. We're getting there. But, no, I don't believe Obsidian. I think this is just teething issues. This was one of their first CRPGs that they've done in a while. This was their first real attempt at doing their own world building. And I still stand by what I say. The world building is top notch. The story is good. The world building is top notch. The characters are solid. All of that has been very, very, very good. And in a CRPG, that carries a lot of weight. I can deal with half-assed combat mechanics. Like, combat should feel... It shouldn't be worse than passable. If it's worse than passable, you have a problem, because in a CRPG, you're going to be fighting a lot, no matter what you're doing, unless you're playing Planescape Torment. Playing the sequel and seeing your view on the improvements there. I am looking forward to that on everything. As I said, we will probably do some other games in between there. I'd like to hit affiliate and actually get the option to start, earning a couple of pennies off of Twitch before I have to start buying new games. Because I still have games in my backlog that I already own that I don't have to pay for before to start playing. And I'd like to get to those first before we go buying new games. I made an exception for Space Marine 2 because I've been looking forward to that game for the better part of 5 years. Also, I really can't afford to be going much longer. I really wish I had more time because everybody seemed to come in right towards the end there. I hope you don't mind me yapping for the last few minutes going over this. But so far, Tenwin, yes, after Act 2, I'm liking everything I'm seeing. The villain is good. Don't force me to donate the game to you. I mean, I wouldn't say no, but I'm not going to ask you to do that in any way. I appreciate that you even thought of it, though, Tenwin. I do appreciate that a lot. I hope we eventually hit 50 followers for the affiliate status, and I hope we get everything else done. I know this is a long journey as far as Twitch goes. There's a lot of people I've watched over the years who have done these kind of talks where they talk like 3 or 4 years down the line, like, hey, I wish I knew this when I started. And also, don't expect things to go quickly. Things are going to take time to build up. I'm perfectly fine with that. Right now, most of the time, honestly, this has been the highlight of my week, honestly. Streams in general, I've been enjoying. Today in particular, I feel a lot better having streamed. I felt like I've been in a total funk the last 48 hours from Wednesday into Thursday and into today. But this has made me feel really good going into the weekend. I've been enjoying it, and I've been enjoying the game, and I've been enjoying having you guys here when you can show up. Thank you very much again for showing up. Speaking of which, let's see if we can find somebody to raid real fast. Even if we've only got a few people, I don't mind dropping you guys off. Let me see what I can find here. Go ahead and mute the desktop audio so we don't accidentally cause anything there. And let's see who we can find. Prophet Oreo's doing Monster Hunter World. Such as Eleonora's doing Octopath Traveler. That's kind of cool. Hey, Thrifty Tokens. We rated him before, didn't we? Yes, we did. But he's doing Battlefleet Gothic. I'm going to drop you guys off with him. If I remember correctly, Thrifty rated us a while back, which is how I got a follow on him. It looks like he's playing Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2, so hopefully he's having a lot of fun with that. I never really liked the control scheme of Battlefleet Gothic. Maybe that's another game I'll have to give another look at in a while, once we get through some more CRPGs. But for now, I hope you all had a great day. I hope you all had a great stream. I hope you all have a glorious weekend. I will see you on Sunday. I'm probably going to have to make an announcement then regarding next week's streaming schedule. I'm finalizing some stuff. Suffice it to say, there will be some modifications to next week's schedule. Should just be for that week, though. Shouldn't have any long-term effects. So I hope you all have a glorious day, a glorious weekend, and I will see you on Sunday for our long stream. Have a good one. Bye.